Hello, and welcome to All of Homestuck, reading Act 2. I don't remember how long Act 2 is. I know it's kind of long. I don't think it's too much longer than Act 1. I know towards the end of Homestuck, the acts start getting super duper long, so I don't think I'll break it up per act. I think I might go in and just see how long everything is, and then eventually just break it up into segments. But I believe I can get through all of Act 2 in one video, so that's what I'm going to do. Last video we ended on Act 1, where John got blown up. The meteor hit his house. He blew right up. And now we're going to find out what happens years in the future, but not many. And bottom left, I've got another Shroomish. We got another Shroomish joining the fray. And I put a 2 under Togor to indicate that this is Act 2. Thank you, Togor. So yeah, years in the future, but not many. There's a little desert and what looks to be a little city. I don't know if it's being used or not. It looks a little abandoned. But there's some footprints. And this says, a wayward vagabond records a stuttering step in the sun-bleached dust. And that clicks here. Oh, okay, so we can either go to Act 2 or see what this wayward vagabond is doing. So let's see what this vagabond is up to. And this leads to a completely different link. It's not even Homestuck anymore. We got MS Paint Adventures at the top, and there's a little guy going through the desert. Question mark? And he looks kind of scuffed up. His eyes got a little blink. And he sees a thing. It looks kind of similar to the thing that John just stepped on. Maybe it is. It doesn't go any farther than this, so let's go back. And I guess that's it. Act 2. Alright, Act 2. We got Game Facts, GameSpot, Home, What's New, Contribute, yada yada. Bunch of different platforms. It only goes up to Xbox 360 and Wii. There's a DS. But we're on the FAQs for Suburb Beta, and there's some walkthroughs. One of them's by Rose. I think that's her name. There's Winnie the Poop. But yeah, we're viewing Rose's walkthrough. And it says, caveats and condolences. I'd be inclined to dispense with the trite, even under less pressing circumstances. Needless to say, I'll forego the inscrutable ASCII banner, which typically heralds the striking free fall of these documents. I'll also resist the urge to brandish any copyright marks or the particular neurosis that concerns itself with the theft of the utterly mundane. I'll allow other deranged prospectors to stake claims on their worthless plots as the woods burn around them. My introduction will be sparse. There will be no majestic prose blustering into the sails of a galleon as we embark on this voyage together, nor will there be any ham-fisted prose whipping its limbs under a bedsheet like a... another one? Dang. I'm not gonna read any remote slurs. Like, I know most people don't really care about saying that. But I'm not the demographic to say that, so I'm not gonna say it. R-word ghost. For that matter, I won't set the stage or dim the lights. The mood you will see will be set soon enough. Since you're reading this, chances are you've installed this game on your computer already. If this is true, like many others, you've just participated in bringing about the end of the world. But don't beat yourself up over it. There's never anything you could have done to prevent it. The end is happening right now as I type, and as you read. I have come to understand that we were always doomed through our collective ignorance, and now further doomed by those few who know, and struggle to flee. If you're lucky, you'll be among the smaller subset of the latter who are successful. What I mean is, while that game you installed is just one more grinding slab of rock sealing our planet's crypt, it is also your only hope to live. I am presently faced with the game's conundrum as you, and though I speak with more experience as my own outcome is far from assured, I will play the game, as much of it as there is to play, and record my findings here. If you want to live, you will do as I instruct. My condolences, TT. And then there's a sound font, which I think I fixed. I don't think I'll have any audio issues this time. Just make sure. I think it's fine. But here's the aftermath of what happened to John. Everything's going dark. There's little guys. Oh. And he's the only one here. Where the hell is John? Let's find out. The kernel divides. The two halves go their separate ways, leaving behind the sprite portion. So the thing splits. Something crashes into the pit of the earth, and another one flies up into who knows where. Sweet. Boy! Period. Oh, it transformed. What is left of the sprite undergoes a mysterious transformation. For a moment you thought you heard someone say boy, as if whispered in the periphery of your awareness. It was probably just your imagination, though. There's a sound clip with you there, boy. Oh, I can interact with it. I can click John. You there, boy. What? Boy, listen to me. I can click around. I can click this. To walk around, use the mouse, arrow keys, or WAS to click on various objects to command menus for them. Outstanding Flash programming by Alexis Gancrow. Oh, I'm not gonna butcher that. Peek over the railing. Getting close to the railing makes you a little nervous. It's a long way down. What's that? It looks different now. After you bit that apple, your whole house seemed to be transported somewhere. Then the apple disappeared, and the kernel sprite underwent a transformation. Aside from the change in appearance, the transformation doesn't seem to have any relevant ramifications. Boy, listen to me, boy. His name is John, you nincompoop. Boy who is John, do as I say. What would you like boy who is John to do? Obey my commands, John boy. And those commands would be... Oh, I would like the boy to interact with his environment in a constructive manner. Maybe you should be a little more specific. Have the boy assess his current situation. I'm afraid I can't have the boy do that. Tell him to do it yourself. Very well. Okay. That instruction does not do anything in the moment. That's all the dialogue. It just wants me to continue. Oh, boy, open this door and walk through it. Oh, I can? Oh. What is down here? Proceed, boy. Oh, I can just go around my house? I'm not fond of this smug fellow. The man, the myth, the legend. What do you have up your sleeve there, Anderson? Look at that poker face. He's not telling a soul. Go in there now. It's a bathroom. Your plumbing appears faulty. Man, Rose did such a piss-poor job of fixing the bathroom. It would almost certainly be a mistake to try and use the toilet. I guess you could just go pee over the edge of a cliff. That's true. Your plumbing appears faulty. I think that's it in here. Leave at once. Open this. Your dad's room is still locked. Crap. No, go back. Is this my room? Boy, go in here. I got a message. Oh, I have a message. Why is my door here? This door, explain this. Rose sure did a number on your house, but you guess she did manage to save your life. You guess. Observe this, boy. The bunny is not in the box. I said the bunny is not in the box. Why couldn't the bunny be in the box? Who took the bunny? Acquire this small Persian rug. It's a towel, dumbass. It will probably come in handy for cleaning up this weird mess in your room. Not that it's a huge priority, though. This funny man text, you should ignore it. Just looking at the cover cracks you up. What a great book. Harry Anderson is your hero, and Mike Cavanagh's glowing treatment of the man does him every bit justice. You have to give this another read soon. This huge sewing machine. Of what use is it? The punch cards seem to contain the instructions for carving a totem of a certain shape. You guess maybe other punch cards will produce different shapes. It bears further exploration. Sure does. Sure does. Not right now, though. Let's check my pewter. Investigate this device. I got a message from TT. It says, John, are you there? It seems you're still connected to the internet. Rose is trying to get in touch with you. You'll reply in a moment once you fully assess your situation. Alright. Oh, what's this? I didn't read that. Oh, I thought it was going to be the same. As increasingly sophomoric. Also, you almost spelled salad in there. You there, boy. The ghost clown. Do something with it. The ghost clown is called the Colonel Sprite. Or rather, just the Sprite now, I suppose. You can't do something with it at this moment. The only thing you can theoretically do with it is Tier 2 prototype it, assuming that's still possible. Tier prototype the Sprite or the thing you said. Do it! You're not the one who's supposed to prototype it. The Spurb server user is supposed to do that. What's that? It looks different now. Oh. Okay, now it's repeating. Boy, listen to me, boy. Inspect this ghastly man and his boy. Fred Savage has a punchable face, your ass. More like a talented young actor's face who you would want to hang out with if you got the chance. And also if he were not a fully grown man now. Anyway, the thought of monsters lurking in your house scares the shit out of you, which is why this movie is so awesome. But the fact that those monsters could also be your best friend is what makes it doubly awesome. Alright. I don't really want to check all the posters. Let's look outside. Boy, look through this window. At least your tire swing remains unmolested. A tree without a tire swing is like a house without a surrounding neighbor, you guess. Oh, there's a calendar. Can't click that one. I kind of don't want to read all the posters, so I'm not going to. I just assume they talk about the movies. Go out of the door that is not here. So then why is it here? Stupid game. Wait, let's check this. I detest this. Disregard it. The Harlequin painting? You have the sentiment in common with John then, I suppose. That man with the humorous spectacles. Admire him. Oh, Michael Cera, your warm smile is a shining beacon in these dark times. Hello, hello, hello. No. Keep moving. Believe me, you have no intention of turning your head to observe this dreadful thing. What is the meaning of this rubbish? Okay, even you have to admit, this one's pretty funny. Hee hee hee. Oh, it's the pie arms. A small dessert tray. Useless. In retrospect, it was pretty funny when your dad pied you like that. Gotcha'd again by the old man. Vile, pay no attention to this filth. What is he even doing there? Playing with a ball or something? Clowns are stupid. Oh, Grandma's ashes. Topple the urn immediately. That would be disrespectful to your Nana. You just won't do it. Or not, intentionally at least. You consider that it is a fortune she is no longer around to witness this sorrow. On the other hand, you would probably benefit from her elderly wisdom now. Stow a lump of soot for future use, boy. That stuff is really dirty and you don't want it. Besides, you have it on good authority that a significant portion of it is comprised of asbestos. Wield these instruments of combat. Any one of these things would make a fine weapon, if only your strife specialist wasn't already allocated. Oh well. Destroy these diminutive soldiers of merriment. It hardly seems worth it to go through the bother. It hardly seems worth it to go to the bother. Okay. You doubt you could get much for them at a garage sale even. Maybe a grubby palm of pennies and a kick in the nuts for a whole lot of them. Sheesh. Ugh, no. So coy. So mysterious. This way, through the doors, like you see in a cowboy saloon. Oh shit, where my dad? Oh shit, where my dad? Plunder the chest. Would you like to play a game? I would. This book is too big for a young stupid boy. Colonel Sassacres is your favorite book. Almost as favorite as Wise Guy. They're both your favoritist of all time. Sniff vegetable. Doesn't smell like anything. That's good. Sample powdered uncooked dessert. Back, ye miserable wench! Stay thy choking airborne particulates of temptation. Peek in bowl of goo. Wherever your dad went, he seems to have left in a hurry. For all his absurdities you have to put up with, you sure wish he were here right now. Examine this artwork. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Your dad was so proud when you drew this. He hung it up immediately and it stayed there ever since. That was 1 week ago. That's good. There's a broom here. Can't click it. There's a phone. This is a telephone, boy. Use it. The phone doesn't work. Aw. Open this door now. Oh, the laundry room. True. Open these and rifle through them for goods. You don't give a shit about what's in there. Probably nothing you'll be inclined to use now anyway. This is no time for laundry. You're right. Thank you for being sensible about it. Exit, boy. On that side. Ponder lawn amusement. Your childhood nemesis, the spring-mounted pogo ride, sadly was not swallowed by the void. It will have to wait another day for its comeuppance. Boy, engage this mangled trapeze display. Looks like your swing set is toast. You relive the fond memories in a moment of sorrow. My swing set... What do you mean it's toast? I could drag it up. I could get it. I guess not. A tree. Oh, handcuffs. Claim the dangling tree bauble. The trick handcuffs are still there, thank God. And no, you're not about to try and claim them just now. I like how I can see them over there. Let's go around the front. Oh, nothing. My house is so boring. What's this? Admire this wall-mounted gadget. Through some mysterious force, your house still seems to be powered even though the wires are severed. Quite bizarre. What do you mean? They're, spewing something. Spewing something. They're working. Back into the house with you. Go back into the luncheon parlor. Return to the room with the dead hag's remains? That is mean. I didn't click on this. Move this absurd edifice and exit your house, boy. This thing weighs a ton. You'd honestly be surprised if the game cursor could lift it, or at least not without a significant expense of grist. Of all the places for Rose to drop the infernal thing, more than ever you feel... Oh, what's the word you're looking for? Oh yeah, house-trapped. Boy, who is John? Oh, no, I want to click on this. Use this to reseal that opening there. If only putting the lid back onto the cruxtruder would undo all is done. Alas, Pandora's tube has been opened. Let's go in here. Here, boy, in here. Oh, it's 52 pickup. This is a mess, boy. You're so glad your dad wasn't watching when you did this. He never would have let you hear the end of it. Oh, I didn't... Oh, whoa. What is this? Inspect this merry band of performers. Cirque du Soleil? Maybe. Once filled a restraining order against your father. You were never so embarrassed in your life. Oh. Consume nut. You would, but you're not sure if this dark realm has any hospitals. Nut allergy. Throw this ugly thing out the window. You will not do that intentionally. You only resort to throwing stuff at the window via Sylladex mismanagement. This man is an imbecile. Ignore him. He's alright. Looks like he doesn't take himself too seriously and knows how to have a good time. This too is spelled wrong. Oh, typo! You can only assume your dad hung it crooked to make it look more whimsical. Stupid dad. Operate this instrument. Oh! Sheet music. Oh, sheet music. It's so pretty. This is what was playing, I think, the first soundbite that happened last video. I just fucked up the audio somehow. I'll let it play while I do a little water break. It's a pretty song. It shows up a bunch in the comic. Webcomic. It's very pretty. It's very pretty. You play your favorite haunting refrain. Oh, it stays. Open this iron vault, boy. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's getting louder. No. No. Oh, okay. Open this iron vault, boy. You don't know the combination. I'm sure we could find it somewhere. Seek the riches he guards below. The song is still going. Okay. This one offers a friendly wave, but yeah, this is really just another stupid piece of shit. I guess I'd better dance. Dance break. Yeah. John can kill it. How is he playing this, though? Is it done? Maybe. Disregard this nonsense. Your dad uses stuff sometimes to dazzle you with a silly... Oh, wow, that's a new word. Vaudevillain? Vaudevillain? Escapades. Escapades. It's still playing? Oh, wow. I'm not ready for it to play again. Really, you couldn't roll your eyes hard enough at its corny act. Can I mute it? Oops. Nope. I don't really want it to play again. Just restarted it. Read unpleasant literature. Serious Dresser magazine for those for whom clowning around is serious business. Look here. Looks good. It's dark out there. Can't see anything for miles. Okay, maybe if I leave it'll stop. Return to the large room with the gross paintings. Okay, yeah, it stopped. I don't know what else I can do. Why does this small man stand here? This harlequin is always ready to serve you with illumination, whether you're reading a book or just enjoying a nice pipe. I might have missed something, but I think I want to continue. I think that's what I would like to do. Boy, quit all this scurrying around. For the last time, this boy's name is John. Ugh, fine, John. Return to your quarters. You go back up to your bedroom, tiptoeing around this weird petroleum-based sludge. Now, John, respond to your friend unit. Here I go. John, are you there? Hey, yeah, I'm here. And not dead, I think. I know. I've been watching you scramble through the house like a lunatic. You should have answered me sooner. Oh man, sorry. I was looking around for my dad and I can't find him anywhere. Have you seen him? No, I'm sure he'll turn up. We have more important things to address right now. Yeah, like where I am? I don't know that either, but I've determined your neighborhood was destroyed by the meteor. Wherever you were transported, it saved you from the impact. I've been reading reports in the news. Over the last few days, there have been many smaller meteor collisions with people's homes around the world. And they seem to be getting bigger. Yours was the biggest they've identified so far. Oh, wow. Okay, so I guess if this is all the game's doing, then the point is for us to save the world? Perhaps. Then we'd better get moving and figure this game out. Yes, but wait. We should retrieve your PDA. Yet again. It will help to keep tabs on each other while we investigate. I think I can get you closer to it if I can replenish our grist supply somewhat. There may be a way to recycle some that we already used. Oh, okay. I'll meet you out on the balcony. Wait, Rose, one thing! What? You never even wished me a happy birthday! Hello? I was working on something to send you, but I was running late with it. I didn't want you to think I believed meager well wishes alone would suffice for the occasion. That said, happy birthday, John. Ha. Oh, geez, that is silly. Anyway, thanks. First, take the fabric item on the floor there. The towel? Why? Okay, you're the boss. You captcha-log the towel. What now? Do as the purple text says. To the balcony. John makes his way to the balcony per your awkwardly worded request. Wait, take that. The blue wobbly thing. You whimsically decide to captcha-log the totem which was used to create the apple tree earlier. John, recycle the grist as was dictated by your cohort. John cannot do anything with the grist as of this moment. This is up to the Spurb player. I see. Question mark? Click. Oh, it garbaged? What did she garbage? My cubes? Oh, my cubes. Yes, that will suffice. Rose deletes the perfectly generic objects. 6 units of build grist are restored to your grist cache. Oh, my cubes. Kinda sad now. Rose expends the grist to drag a new plank from the balcony in the direction of the PDA. Okay, there goes all my grist. John, run across precarious platforms swiftly. John isn't sure about that. It's a long way down. He's frowning. Boy, I said make haste on the narrow catwalk. John is very nervous about the idea, and the strident tone of your commands is starting to make him a little upset. Aw. Fine, proceed as your level of comfort dictates. Slowly. You cautiously walk within range of the PDA. Rose retrieves it. Now take it. Oh no! No! You grab the PDA, launching one of the Harlequin figures into the night. You can kiss that one goodbye. Oh, now he's gotta be careful chucking shit out of his captcha log, or he'll chuck it right into the void. Oh, double arrow. Just one command will suffice, thanks. It looks like you're not the only one trying to locate your father after the disaster. We got Fedora Freak who says... Or do they go backwards? I think they go backwards. Wild Pressed Attire says, submitting inquiry of concern over cataclysmic event. Pipe Fan 413 reply. Gray Slack 66 says, at Pipe 1413, status of health/wardrobe. Fedora Freak says, neighboring house struck by flaming projectile in light of a fire hazard. Evacuating house of all expensive garments. I can't read that. Off ice urchin? Says, good look, Fedora Freak. Salvage as many hats as is practical. Well-pressed attire, says Fedora Freak. You are in our thoughts, along with Pipe Fan 413 and his enviable collection of pipes. Fedora Freak says, thank you all. Report. Most hats removed from danger. Ties next. These boring men are uninteresting. Oh. John agrees. Text. Rose. John, are you okay? You seem a bit tentative. I'm fine, I guess. Since I got here, I feel compelled to do these weird things I don't really want to do. By some kind of voice that I can't really even hear. I don't know, it's hard to explain. Perhaps the early symptoms of an anxiety disorder, like post-traumatic stress? Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Well, if you can pull yourself together, there are a few more things we should try. Like prototyping the kernel sprite again, if possible. We should hurry. My laptop battery won't last forever. Okay, I'll go back inside. No, don't do that. Hop off the sledge onto that car. He's so sad. What? No, that sounds incredibly dangerous. With 5 commands. Now you're just being a pest. Which turnip truck did you tumble out of anyway? Who are you? Don't make John upset. Oh, we got another years in the future, but not many. And now the little guy opened the hole. And we got another page. An unsealed tunnel welcomes hot desert air into the stagnant depths. And this one's called An Unsealed Tunnel. Down the hole, there's some sand. The little dude's in there. And, oh, there's John. So this is the guy typing. Like a command prompt. And he probably just mashed the button a bunch. Okay. So he's talking to him from the future. Years in the future, but not many. Cool. Cool. Oh, what? We got another walkthrough. Oh, wow. This is a lot. Okay. Now we're on the examination of the basics. Upon connecting with the client user, you, the server user, will be met with a control panel allowing you to manipulate your co-player's environment. You will find that you are allowed to deploy 4 items at no expense. 3 of these are rather large machines, and 1 is a punch card. It's quite possible that you've already deployed some of these items before reading this. If that is the case, and you have activated the machine called the Cruxtruder such that it displays a countdown. You must proceed to section A100 of this walkthrough immediately. The life of your client user depends on it, and if your co-player has activated this device in your environment too, then yours does as well. But if not, please refrain from doing anything with the Cruxtruder aside from merely deploying it. This will buy us some time to think things through properly, and to go over the basics of the game before you find your soft, easily punctured head in the jaws of a lion. As mentioned, there are 4 items to consider, each playing a role in the process which appears to have a singular purpose, to manufacture objects out of thin air. The designers of this game, judging by the language used, regard this process as a sort of alchemy. This may allude to the complexities in the production process yet to present themselves, but for now, the variety of objects you are able to create remains quite limited. The items in question are the Cruxtruder, again, tread lightly with this one, the totem lathe, the alchemitter, and the pre-punched card. I will describe how these devices work in conjunction with each other, and I will use the analogy of having a key at the hardware store to help you understand. The items in question are the Cruxtruder, again, tread lightly with this one, the totem lathe, the alchemitter, and the pre-punched card. I will describe how these devices work in conjunction with each other, and I will use the analogy of having a key made at a hardware store to help you understand. First, deploy all of these objects in convenient proximity to each other. Be sure not to block doors or pathways with them. You can always revise the dimensions of the rooms to make space for them, but I advise against this, or even experimenting with the function. Doing so comes at the expense of build grist, a commodity which appears to be a premium at the onset, and one you'd be best advised to save for later. So, the crux Truder. Removing this lid signals the moment your life becomes a great, whirling, batshit pandemonium, somewhat resembling the chaos of an especially ethnic wedding. So, somewhere a soused uncle deliberately shatters china on the floor, muddy livestock is decorated, and the lost track of question is, whose mule is this? At times can be heard over the din. This is now your reality. But aside from that, it marks the beginning of the process I'm about to describe. The countdown begins. Yes. Also, an entity called the kernel sprite is released, but neither of these things are all that relevant to this process, to my knowledge. More on these things later. What is relevant is an unlidded Cruxtruder's ability to dispense Cruxite dowels. It will dispense at least one, though I suspect it is capable of producing more, given parameters I'm not yet familiar with. In my key-making analogy, these dowels represent the uncarved pieces of metal which the hardware store employee retrieves from a drawer, or a rack, and sets about carving into a key. The two following items are needed to do the carving. Pre-punched card. It is a simple Celodex card containing an item. There is evidence to suggest the specific item it contains is variable from session to session. The card I deployed contained a blue apple. Yours may be different. It shouldn't matter, hopefully. Additionally, the card, as you may guess, is punched, like one used with antique computing systems. The pattern of holes comprises data, which I believe corresponds to the instructions for creating an item the card contains. That it is pre-punched suggests there is a way to punch an unpunched card, possibly, imprinting it with the data for an item it contains, though no mechanism for this has presented itself yet. But the data on the card cannot be used to create the item directly. There is a middleman. That middleman is the totem lathe. And the totem lathe. This is essentially the key carving machine. It will carve into your Cruxite dowel a pattern of grooves and contours, the sort which makes a key unique. The instructions for this pattern are supplied by the punch card, which is inserted into the lathe pre-activation to configure its chisels. Once the dowel is carved, you have a totem serving as your key, which can then be used to unlock the card item through the alchemitter. But at this point, I will diverge from my key-making analogy and switch to a barcode analogy, which is not a terribly strenuous leap to make, since the concepts of a key and a barcode are essentially the same, one being a unique pattern of grooves, the other of varying black lines. The alchemitter. If you place a Cruxite dowel carved or uncarved on the alchemitter's small pedestal, its robotic arm will scan the contours with a laser, hence the barcode analogy. This is the machine's way of reading the data originally imprinted from the card, and transforming that data into a physical object. Though typically this is not done without expense, I believe an uncarved dowel results in the creation of a perfectly generic object, which is a seemingly useless green cube. It costs 2 units of build grist to make, and I do not advise you to waste resources on it. There appears to be many other varieties of grist ostensibly used in combinations to create different sorts of items, which possibly offer some insight into the game's use of the term alchemy. But quite conveniently, there is an exception to this. Creating the item on the pre-punched card costs nothing. This is good, because creating the item turns out to be essential. Now that you know this, you can, in your own time, begin the process. Once you initiate it, naturally there is no going back, so best to be prepared, but you probably shouldn't drag your feet too long. As I mentioned earlier, this is your only means to escape. When you're ready, be prepared to follow the steps in the next section swiftly. Cool. Oh, now we're at Rose. Her shit looks rocked. It's like raining red. I wonder why. In the distance, meteorites fall with greater frequency. The fire in the forest burns so hot, not even the rain is putting it out. Dang. Check status of battery. It's kind of low. Your laptop battery is alright for now, but it won't be for long. If the power in the house doesn't come back on, you can think of one last resort. The small backup generator stored behind the mausoleum. Rose, prototype sprite with Betty Crocker box. What? Why? Sean looks concerned. What? Oh man, you're gonna use that? Oh, that sucks. What a stupid idea. We have to hurry along. I'm running low on battery power. But the cake mix? Oh, that's so dumb. I doubt it matters. We might as well just use any old crap lying around. Fine. I guess. The Sprite is playing hard to get. You guess that's what you get for originally prototyping it with something that engenders mischief and pranksterism. Do the potted vegetable instead. It looks delicious. Pipe down, you. This is Rose's decision, not yours. Rose, prototype Sprite with Sassacre's text. Yes! Oh, yes, sweet! Now we're talking. See if you can distract it. I'll try to sneak up on it. John, flail about in a distracting manner. The Sprite finds the distracting manner in which you flail about to be rather distracting. That's good. The pesky Sprite eludes you again. Not even the great Colonel himself can outfox it. In narrowly missing with your attempt to create the Colonel Sprite, you drop the massive tome. The entire house rattles under the astonishing girth of the book. Oops. In the other room, Nana's ashes dump onto the Sprite, which is caught unawares by the dowsing. Inspect Hag Ash Incident. You find the sacred urn toppled again. This time you're quite sure it wasn't your fault. The Sprite is nowhere to be found. Rose, remove Cruxture from doorway. Aw man, where'd it go? I can't find it anywhere in the house. No time to worry about it. The next thing we should do is get your server copy of the game from the car. You need to connect to my client so I can repeat your steps, and presumably join you, wherever you are. We should do this quickly before my house burns down. What? There's a fire? There will be soon. Oh geez, so move this thing already. It looks like it requires a lot of grist to move. I don't have enough to relocate the door either. How much do you have? 0. Oh. I thought about jumping to the car from the ledge earlier, but that sounds really dangerous. I have a better idea. Meet me upstairs. Do again, as purple words say. You're about to head upstairs, but you thought you heard something behind you. It was faint, but you could swear it was a small, light-hearted chuckle along the lines of a spirited hoo-hoo-hoo. Ignore this woman's antics. You're not sure you even saw a woman, let alone any of her hypothetical antics, but whatever it was you might have caught a glimpse of, it sure gave you the willies. You head upstairs on your way to the balcony. Your PDA is acting up again. Indulge the device, but be curt with it. Beep boop bop bop beep beep boop. Hey bro, check it out, I'm working on some new rhymes. Dude, I don't have time for your nerdy raps. Come on, this is hells of ill, just listen. Dude, the way Dave talks pisses me off. He's good at it, but it's hard to read. Hey bro, check it out, I'm working on some new rhymes. Dude, I don't have time for your nerdy raps. Come on, this is hells of ill, just listen. It sounds like you don't even believe me that I was about to get blown up. But I really was, and now I'm in some weird dimension that Spurb sent me to or something. And now on top of that, I think I'm being haunted by my dead grandma. Huh? For real? Yeah, it's true, but I'll talk to you later about it. I think I could drop some sick rhymes about all this. Man, see, I just don't think all the rapping stuff is really as cool as you think it is. Nah, this'll be dope, check it. No, I have to go. Bye. Wait. Armageddon's getting waged on us, but I'm a-getting armed and dangerous, sending men in space for saving us. See which player's more courageous. Ben or Bruce, dude's a real truce. Put their blow shoots to use and upsuck it. Affleck, Crufus would have to suffice Aw, fluck it. Bro be a stained glass saint up on a cross getting hella Christ. What is he saying? Christ plagiarus. Bruce's like off of the crucifix. Enough of this fucking savior fuss. Restrained his ass per McLean Redux. While Buscemi remained derangerous. When a plan gone astray pays off a wasted craterus. Ashtray catering the layers of Matt McConaughey's vague remainder dust. Wait, McConaughey wasn't even in any of those Meteor movies, was he? Oh, I have to make a rap about it. I don't know, Morgan Freeman or something. Being the president. It'll be called Obama Made It So That No One Gives a Shit About Black Presidents in Movies Anymore. So you gotta fill me up on what's going on, so I have something to rap about besides all your dumb shit movies. That's good. Enough strange poetry from the red text. You head out to the balcony to find what Rose had in mind. She's messaging you again. The purple text is less irrational than the red text. Oops. I'm lifting the car up to the balcony. Whoa. Okay. Once it is up, retrieve the game, then I'll put it back down on the driveway. But the door is locked. Then break a window. But it's my dad's car. Frown. It's just a window, and this is sort of an emergency. Otherwise, I promise I'll handle the car with velvet gloves. Alright. Oh, she's lifting. Oh, she fucking dropped it. What? That is terrible. What even happened? I gotta go back. Was there more to this animation? Oh, connection lost. Fuck. Ridiculous folly. Inexcusable. You're inclined to agree, but hey, accidents happen. You double check your PDA to make sure if Rose is really gone. Indeed, this seems to be the case. TG is still pestering you, of course, but another chum is now logged in as well. Garden Gnostic. What color are the words that this chum says? Beep boop, bop bop beep boop, beep beep. I'm back! Oh, hi. I went to investigate the explosion I heard. Was it by any chance a meteor? Yes! How did you know? Oh man, it's kind of a long story. Anyway, are you okay? Did it blow up your yard or start a fire or anything? Oh no, I'm fine. It landed a pretty good ways from my house, and I went to look at it. It's pretty big. But Beck doesn't want me to go near it, so I came home. He seems to think it's dangerous. Well gosh, he's probably right. Anyway, what have you been up to, John? Oh, did you get my package yet? Yeah, I was trying to get it, but Rose dropped my car into a weird, spooky, bottomless pit, and the package was in the car, and I'm really sorry about that. Oh no! Wow, okay, I guess I should start at the beginning. See, a meteor blew up my neighborhood. Oh, that's terrible, John, I'm so sorry. But I'm okay, and my house is gone too, sort of. That game I was telling you about, Spurb, which I was playing with Rose, sort of transported me somewhere at the last minute. But now I'm trapped here, and it's weird and dark. And I can't find my dad, and I just lost my car and the copy of the game in the pit, and I think I have to save the world from the apocalypse. Ooh. Well, it sounds really crazy and kind of scary, but it also sounds kind of exciting. I don't know, John. Maybe this is your destiny. If anyone can save the world, I think it's probably you. Oh, wow, you think so? Yes. Well, okay, but it's not even that simple. I was about to connect to Rose to help transport her and save her from meteors and fire and stuff. But she lost battery power and I lost the game disc. So I think I have to get TG to use this copy to save her. But that jackass won't shut up and stop rapping about stuff. Haha, he is so silly. Yeah, anyway, I should talk to him about it, so BRB. The green text was attractive. Now view the red text again. When the film crew zooms in where the president's at, I'm like, if that dude's black, I'll eat my hat. Turns out he is. So we're all, damn, director's got grumption. Like, we'll all flip out or shit. He ain't shitting shining shoes or something. It's called freemancipation. If it's not preselection, it's God ascension. In Bruce Almighty, whoops, different Bruce from the one I just mentioned. Ah! Can't explain to me why this ain't condescending to think all shit a brick. Not even he can convey the intention with his quick-spun wit. Rather defray all the tension, sit on his lap while he whistles a splint, and some guy eyes what he does and patronizes. I guess negrosity's the mother of invention. Stop rapping for a second, you horse's ass. I have something important to talk about. Oh, what's up? Rose is in trouble and she needs help. I was going to connect with her, but I was going to connect to her with sperm, but I lost my copy. Okay. Also, she lost battery power. If she can get back up and running, she'll need someone with the game to get her out of there before her house burns down. So I think you should use your copy of the game to help her. My copy? That's gonna be tough. Why? I lost it. It's a stupid story and I'd rather not talk about it. It's just embarrassing, yo. I thought you said you had 2. Oh, well, yeah. One is my brother's copy. Okay, well, get his then. Alright, but he's not gonna be happy about that. Whatever. Also, you might want to read Rose's walkthrough to get up to speed on this. Oh, man. What? Nothing really. Look, all I'm saying is the girl tends to lay it on kind of thick, you know? / rolls eyes. Your laptop is out of battery power. There's only one thing left to do. Time to make your way to that backup generator. Rose, don't burn. Rose, knit laptop cozy to shield your laptop from the rain. That's a good idea. Oh, that was quick. That would be such a waste of time. Besides, you already knitted one a while ago. You retrieve it from your knitting bag and apply it to your laptop. You captchalogue the laptop plus cozy. Sweet. Rose, equip grimoire to strife specifics. That would be incredibly ill-advised. There are some dark forces you just don't want to mess around with. You understand this better than most. You put the book down. Rose, recaptchalogue your items. You grab the knitting bag and the grimoire in that order. It's always a logistical puzzle with your tree modus. The tree auto-balances, leaving the knitting bag accessible in the root card. Rose, allocate knitting needles to strife specifics. You feel a lot more comfortable with this as a weapon. You're so handy with those needles, you feel like you could probably use them to fillet a swordfish. You lose the root card in the process, severing the tree. Hey, careful with all that stuff. Rose, knit, plush, cuddle, Cthulhu to soothe nerves. That would also be a preposterous waste of time. Besides, you're quite sure you've never heard of this creature called Cthulhu before. There are, however, many other specimens with zoologically dubious you are familiar with. Such as... Consult the grimoire. Cthulhu, foul patrician of misery. To hear his mammoth belly gurgle is to know the epoch of joy has come to an abrupt end. And Nerub Eglith, shame beast king of grotesquerie, Wraith lord of the moist beyondhood. Hearing his melodious chirps and tongue clicks causes one's bones to explode. Oh, crap. And then, of course, there's Oglogoth, the deep one. Whenever he grinds his teeth, all the children of a random galaxy somewhere will frown continuously for 9,000 year span. He is the first and smallest of the smaller gods, appointed in servitude of a vile, unfathomable pantheon of middling gods, which craters to the whims of the noble cirque of horror terrors, an omniscient, omnipotent order of the elite few, forever cloaked in the darkness of the furthest ring. Duh. I fucking knew that. And look, these guys, these guys evolve around these guys and they are smaller than them. Okay. And then there's a strange page containing some rather mysterious notes on summoning procedures. You've never been quite sure what these diagrams are getting at. Rose, take items and proceed downstairs. You recaptchalogue everything in the way you want it to appear in the tree and head downstairs. You figure that's enough dilly-dallying. Time to get a move on. Sound continue. Damn, Rose, damn! You wonder if this rain will ever let up. It's driven since this month began. Perhaps long enough to forget its purpose. It no longer even knows to assuage fire. Somewhere a zealous god threads these strings between the clouds and the earth, preparing for a symphony it fears impossible to play. And so it threads on, delaying the reins of the conductor's baton. How you hate the season. April is the cruelest month, breeding lilacs out of the dead land, mixing memory and desire, stirring dull roots with spring rain. American sports legend Charles Barkley. This is like fucking blood-fired downpour. This ain't no regular rain. Alright, we gotta confront Mother in the hall. Surely your mother is lurking nearby. You should be prepared for an unpleasant confront. Oh, psych! Psych! What? Yeah, fuck Rose. We're on Dave now. Dave. What? There's this really cool dude, okay? He's standing around being all chill, like cool dudes are known to do sometimes. A cool dude like this probably has a real cool name. But he probably wouldn't just tell you what it was if you asked. He'd be way too busy for that. Busy being totally sweet. But you could always try to guess his name, and if you were right, he might nod ever so slightly. That's a cool dude's way of letting you know there might just be hope for you yet. So let's enter his name. Insufferable Yeah! Cut it right in half. This guy doesn't have time for that sort of bullshit. Alright, try again. Dave Strider. Bling! Examine the room. Your name is Dave. It is an unseasonably warm April day. Your bedroom window is open to let some air in, and your fan is cranked. Arguably, even more cranked would be your fly beats, which brings us to your variety of interests. A cool dude like you is sure to have plenty. You have a penchant for spinning out unbelievably ill jams with your turntables and mixing gear. You like to rave about bands no one's ever heard of but you. You collect weird, dead things preserved in various ways. You're an amateur photographer and operate your own makeshift darkroom. You maintain a number of ironically humorous blogs, websites, and social networking profiles. And if the inspiration strikes, you won't hesitate to drop some fat rhymes on a mofo and represent. What will you do? Quickly retrieve arms from cinder block. Nah. Dave, get the damn beta and save your friend's life. This notion strikes you as nonsensical. You can't imagine how a video game could save someone's life, and in any case, you're quite sure no one you know is in any danger. Anyway, these are your copies of the beta you received in the mail recently. You've labeled them with your name in bold red print to distinguish them from your bro's copies, who labeled his in kind. Neither of you really gives a shit about this game or has any intention of playing it, but you'll be damned if you'll let that get in the way of your campaign of one-upmanship. Bleat like a goat and piss on your turntable. You would never consider allowing any fluid, even remotely resembling urine, to touch your beloved turntables. That would risk breaking them, and a world without the gift of your godly science just doesn't sound like a place you want any part of. While you're at it, you might as well wipe out You might as well wipe out human civilization with a meteor or something ridiculous like that, which will probably never happen. That sort of thing only happens in stupid idiot movies for stupid idiots. You will, however, contemplate bleeding like a goat for ironically humorous purposes at a later date. I agree. Examine closet. This is your closet. This is where you keep a lot of your crap, like that box, and that bottle of... What is that? Is that... Check the blue box. This is the package that your friend John Egbert sent for your 13th birthday a little while ago. It now contains nothing except a note and a certificate of authenticity vouching for the genuine Hollywood memorabilia which the box originally contained and which you are now wearing, to be ironic, but also to the incredibly cool, in a way somehow intangibly related to the ironic nature of the accessory. You find it sort of exasperating to explain these subtleties to people. The box also included a signed photo of Ben Stiller, which now proudly hangs above your closet. Proudly and ironically. Dave, take box. You capture log the box through your hash map fetch modus. Your modus's current hash function resolves the index by valuing each constant at 2 and each value at 1. The total is derived by your number of cards, and then the remainder is the index. So box is 2 plus 1 plus 2 equals 5. 5 divided by 10 equals 5. 5... I actually don't know what that is. Maybe out of 5 out of 5... It'll probably explain itself later. The box is captured in card 5. Examine jar of unknown yellow substance in the closet. Oh hell yes! It's an unopened container of apple juice. You thought you were all out. It's like fucking Christmas up in here. This is so great. You've got to tell John about this immediately. He'll be so excited. So I think what's happening is we're getting John's whole perspective, or Dave's whole perspective. So like before he even messaged John, or before they even had a conversation about anything. You capture log the juice in a card 7. 2 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 divided by 10 equals 7. I think it's just giving it a multiple of like what the last number is, maybe. I don't really know. Access Pester Chum and Pester John. In addition to letting your buddy know about this outstanding juice windfall, you figure you'll wish him a happy birthday while you're at it. In your own cool, sort of roundabout way, of course. Good thing you looked in that box he sent you, or you might have forgotten. You also might as well ask him about that beta. The kid's been harping about it for weeks. It would be cool if it came on his birthday. He'd be one happy camper. Blink. Oh, his webpage is cool. He's got the cool folders. We got dope rhymes. So dope. We got ill beats. Complete bullshit. Hephaestus and Pester Chum. I think this is the same text that was read before. So I'm not going to reread it, but they talk about pissin', apple juice, whatever, celebrities, blah blah blah, copies of the game. You open the Hephaestus web browser and direct it to your ironically maintained blog where you post monthly satirical reviews of Game Bro magazine. Your latest post is a review of the March issue. You've been meaning to write a review for the latest issue too, but you've been sort of dodging it. Something about the game they're reviewing just doesn't strike you as ripe for satirical purposes. So he reviews the review of a game? The March issue. Frito-Lay grand snack. Fuck yeah! Okay. I think I'm gonna squint and read this one. Sweet Bros Hella Blog. Review of Game Bros March issue, March 13th, 2009. Oh man, when this heady volume of unabridged awesome hit my doorstep, it made me sort of thunderclap. Like the kind I'm sure Moses heard when God dropped stone tablets containing a review of a game involving the ambiguous marriage of insane stunts and extreme hunger. Management solutions for dudes on the go. It's like you see that little bag of chips there? You just grab it. You just grab it and go, bro, and keep thrashing shit up. I'm so hella pumped of this. There are some obvious questions like just how outrageous are these snacks? Will popular beverages play a role? And how critical will they be in the quest to attain absolute sweetness? Will this game land to be eco-vetted but elusive 5 hats out of 5? I think that... So this is his review of Game Bros March issue. I don't think we get to read it though. In a new tab, you open another one of your sites, a webcomic ironically maintained through a satirical cipher vaguely similar to that of your blog. It's called Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. You have legions of devoted fans, most of whom are totally convinced of your creative persona's sincerity, which is just how you like it. Okay, I know about Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. It's like... Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff is... It's like iconic. If you don't know Homestuck, then you gotta know Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. But I kind of forgot that Dave was the one that wrote it. And the later comics are so bad. They're so bad. The first few are kind of funny though. I warned you about the stairs, bro. I told you, dog. It keeps happening. I told you, man. I told you about the stairs. And the whole comic is just like super shitty. Like, didn't even bother to use the correct fill tool, whatever. Bro? Yeah, dude. Where are your pants? Oh, I took them off because I was banging your mom for a minute there. And now you are banging her. Hee. It's so stupid. It's like good stupid though. Okay, Dave, check the latest page of the Midnight Crew. You figure as long as you're chilling at your computer, you might as well see how that new Microsoft Paint story is going. You haven't looked at it in a while. Midnight Crew. You are members of a sinister gang called the Midnight Crew. Your nefarious plots are serpentine in complexity. Your schemes convoluted. You are planning a heist in your underground hideout. What will you do? Use Occam's razor on plans and schemes. What? Spade Slick uses Occam's razor to carve a circular hole into the heist plans, freeing it from the knife. You wonder what moron would jam a knife so hard into the table in the first place. So now Spade Slick is going to climb the ladder and exit hideout, implement nefarious plots. You push against the manhole cover, but it seems some unbelievable jackass has parked your getaway van on top of it. A familiar feeling stirs. That feeling is overwhelming, soul-blackening rage. It's the sort of rage that'll make a man feel totally justified in sporting an unnecessarily elaborate assortment of fancy blades. Skip ahead 100 pages or so. Oh wow, you don't remember where you last left off, so you jump way ahead. You always forget to save your place in the story. It looks like tempers have been short in this pressure cooker already. You speculate that the tipping point may have been an ill-advised motion for the game of 52 pickup. They're beating each other up. What the hell? There's an arm. Oh, an arm, a blender, a mace. And they're all hitting each other. Save your place and read it later. Even though the adventure began recently, it's already over 3,000 pages long. You just don't have time for this bullshit. You'll catch up later. Besides, it looks like someone's pestering you. You're pretty sure you know who it is. Answer chum. In some cultures, the persistent refusal of a lady's invitation to play a game with her would be a sign wanton disrespect. Either that or flagrant homosexuality. Oh, what? Oh, no. No, look. I'm busy, okay? I got a lot of shit on my plate. I'm sort of a big deal, okay? I know. Sometimes I wonder how you're ever allowed to pay for meals in restaurants. It must be hard to keep a low profile when you're always overhearing odd voices whisper, "Is that the guy who has a blog?" Seriously, dudes be worshipping me left and right. I can hardly walk down the street without stepping over torsos of the prostrate. Navigating the urban landscape, I'm sure, is difficult enough without an obstacle course of deferential flesh and skyward asses. Perhaps adapting the art of parkour to your unique environment would help? Yeah. I mean, damn. There's like this scruffy little shit at my feet, an orphan or something, I don't know, face flush on the pavement. I'm like, dude, you listening for a stampede, a buffalo or something? He braves a look at me and then gives my shoe a little kiss and scurries the fuck off. Heavy as the crown. Yeah, not kicking Oliver twisting a fucking face every day is my gift to the world, I guess. Breathtaking magnanimity, among other things. I just give and fucking give. Indeed, nary a jewel tumbles from your wish box of daily exploits, which I imagine does not sparkle. Oh, for fuck's sake, you're just lobbying for me to play the dumb game. Baseless accusation! Look, I am telling you, Egbert is all about that game. He will play it with you and probably be tickled beep about it. I know this very well. I cannot hasten his mail's delivery, however. Yeah, I'll hassle him some more about it. And look, how about this? If you ever find yourself in the position where your life depends on me playing that piece of shit game, then I'll play. Will that make you happy? More than you know. It perfectly mollifies my grief over the demise of chivalry. John, what are you doing? Stop doing nothing! Meanwhile, in the present, in a place where the present may be a concept of dubious merit, John is spacing out. But a vague and forceful thought jolts him to attention. Or maybe it's that bumping sound coming from the other side of the door. What is that? Question mark. A thick, unpleasant fluid pools from beneath the door. Troubling. Investigate this. There's a trail of this fluid in the hallway leading to your room. Oh, now we go back to Dave. Play some hauntingly sick beats. You've had enough of the computer for a while. You feel like you've been messing around on it all week. It's time to get your jam on. You pull up to the trusty AKAI MPC 1000 sampler and prepare to get sick nasty. And there's some sound. I can play things. The left knob is volume for the current sample. The right knob is master volume. Store patterns in F1, F2, F3 buttons. A real sampler? Oh, I'm gonna mess with this. Left knob, right knob. Oh. Okay, I like that. These other buttons do anything? No. That's cool. Dave, take a sip of apple juice despite what John said. Those beets were so fresh they belong in the produce aisle is what you're talking about. Soccer moms be thumping that shit for ripeness like melons, know what I'm saying? After beets that's fresh, it would be a crime not to reward yourself with a celebratory swig. 2 + 2 + 1 + 2. 7. Next. What? His fucking face. You can't do it. John's got you all twisted up inside now. All you can think about is Mandel's gross monster piss. Damn you, Egbert. You recaptulog the juice. Allocate sword to Strife Specimus. Your Strife Specimus is already allocated with the blade kind Abstratus. There's no need to allocate it. You can wield your sweet ninja sword as a weapon once it's in your Strife deck, but you'll have to captulog it first before moving it there. Alright, captulog sword. The ninja sword, 2 + 1 + 2 + 2 + 1 + 2 + 2 + 1 + 2 + 2 equals 17, divided by 10 equals 7, occupies the same card as the juice. Expelling the juice from your Siladex, it splashes all over your turntables and your copies of the beta. Oh, that's not good. Get a towel or something! You head out to get a towel from the bathroom across the hall. You glance at one of the many radical puppets in your bro's collection and nod in approval. Is there anything not awesome about your bro? No, you think not. You enter the bathroom. There's a damp towel on the floor you can probably use for this crisis. You stop to pay a little respect to one of your bro's boys up there. Hey, little man, how's it hanging? Captulog the damp towel. You take the damp towel, 2 + 1 + 2 + 2 + 2 + 1 + 2 + 1 + 2 equals 15, divided by 10 equals 5, expelling the box. Search the bathroom for something slightly less damp. Nah, you just decided to wring out this towel into the toilet to make it less damp. Now it is just towel. 8. Take the towel. You take the towel and grab the box again while you're at it. Alright, clean up the juice. You clean 8 up the juice with the towel and hang the damp beta envelopes on your line to dry off. Uh-oh. In the breeze of the fan, the betas jostle near the open window. This arrangement is a little disconcerting if they fell out. It sure would be a stupid way to lose them. Turn off the fan. The crisis is easily averted. You can't imagine it will ever resurface later in any way, shape, or form. That beta is as good as yours forever. You should probably go pester Egbert again. You wonder if he found the beta yet. You also might chat about your respective Silidices and fetch modi, if the topic happens to come up. You wonder if he's anywhere near as smooth with his Siladex as you are. Probably not. It's probably not even humanly possible. Suddenly, a rambunctious crow flies in the open window and snatches the beta, possibly to make a nest with it, or maybe just for the sake of being a brainless, feathery asshole. You yelled at the bird. Stop! 7. You expel a sword. You accidentally launch your ninja sword. Everything goes flying out the window, dead bird and all. What a way to go. That's wow. Next. No one can ever know about this. Lookout window. Yeah, you can kiss all that stuff goodbye. You feel sorry for the bird, but at least you never planned on ever using... Wizard? But at least you never planned on ever using that beta ever. Anyway, now that bit of ugliness is behind you, you guess you can look forward to several more hours of messing around in your room. Whoa, wait, what? Oh, snap. Back to Rose. We're done with Dave. You prepare to ascend the stairs to your living room. You are standing eye to eye with a familiar foe, a 20-foot-tall granite statue of the mighty wizard Zazarpan the Learned. Your mother had him installed through a hole in the roof with a heavy-duty crane. Just look at that mythical gaze. You peer into those aloof glassen eyes is to arrest the curiosity of any mortal. To behold the wisdom concealed in the furrows of that venerable face is to know the ceaseless joys of bewilderment itself. Any man so fortunate as to catch askance his merry twinkle or twitch of whisker shall surely have all his dreams fulfilled. You find this grisly abomination utterly detestable. Psychoanalyze mother's love of wizards. There's nothing to psychoanalyze. Your mother clearly has no real affinity for these damnable things. She only collects them to spite you. If anything, she finds them even more repellent than you do. She's just a committed woman. Go downstairs to the kitchen back door. That's a very tall wizard. You descend to the living room area of your home's expansive, open layout. There is the sound of rushing water beneath the floor. It tends to strike guests as a strange presence in a living space, but it's become hardly audible to you through familiarity. There's the front door, but hopefully there's no need to make the long trek around the house in the rain. You might as well see if you can slip through the kitchen and out the back unnoticed. View Mother's solid copper vacuum statue. Okay, but it's bronze, not copper. But it wasn't always. A while ago, you gave this as an ironic gift to your mom for Mother's Day. You even customized it with a drink holder to support one of her ubiquitous alcoholic beverages. She liked the gift so much she had it bronzed and put on this pedestal. She even left it plugged in so it can still be turned on now and then, but never to do any cleaning. It never leaves this display. Sometimes at night, when you are in your room, you can hear it wailing from downstairs. She must know you can hear it. She's completely deranged. Grab the Eldritch Princess! It's too big to captchalogue. Not that you would want to move it anyway. The pretty princess doll has been sitting there for months, ever since your mother got this abomination for your birthday as a totally passive-aggressive gesture. You decided to make it much less abominable by knitting Her Majesty a new head and new arms. Now it brings a mischievous smile to your face whenever you walk by. Your mother hasn't removed the doll yet, and you probably never will. She would never be the one to blink first. Acquire umbrella for protection from elements. U before L, U after V. You're gonna have a hell of a time accessing that card when you need it. You'll have to cross that bridge later. Peek inside kitchen. The liquor bottles are out in full force. Mom is surely nearby. Investigate richly colored object in middle of screen. Pillow. That would be your refrigerator, whose surfaces have customarily served as the battlefield for a chilly siege of passive-aggressive one-upmanship. This was a drawing you did of your cat Jaspers when you were younger, along with a poem about him. Your mother bought this Astanius $15,000 frame for it and had it welded to the door. Using the colorful magnet letters, you recently left us. God, she uses such big words. Successant. That's so big, I'm gonna have to Google it. Succinct? Succinct. Typing it out made it easier for me to read it. Succinct. Concise, short, brief, compact, condensed, crisp. Yes, succinct. I do know that word. You recently left a succinct message, which may or may not have been directed towards anyone in particular, but you couldn't find the letter W, so you just stuck two V's together. Shrev. Your mother then purchased a fresh pack of W's and left them there for your convenience. Appreciative of the thoughtful gesture, you left her a sincere thank you note, which you had legally notarized and then marked with a drop of blood. But part of it was touching the floor, so your mother was kind enough to lift the lower portion of the document with a velvet pillow. So we're going to attach a W to face as a fake mustache. This is incredibly silly, and you're not sure how it fits into your campaign against your mother, or getting your computer back online to escape your doom. But it's hard to resist getting a little silly sometimes, especially when you're absolutely positive no one is watching. Let's captchalogue the W. W before L, W before V. Or greater than? Not before. Before is the wrong word. Next. But that is unsightly void in the W... But that unsightly void in the W pack won't do, nor will the gash in the plastic. You deposit 12 cents in its place, which is your approximation of the letter's value. You also make a vow to return later and neatly sew the plastic shut. Think of ways to one-up mother. You now wonder how to address the pillow situation. It seems the woman has you at a clear disadvantage. Perhaps slipping a freshly doily under the pillow would do the trick, or maybe spilling a bit of Worcestershire sauce on it and then having it dry cleaned and returned along with the laboriously ingratiating apology note. No, there's no time for anything like that. Or maybe, just thinking out loud here, you could use that entire pack of W's as M's. Oh yes, that would burn. But you've already done something with that W pack, and there's no need to go back and gild that lily. This is delicate business, and that pillow is screaming for rebuttal. Capture the velvet pillow. You decide to take the velvet pillow and lovingly embroider a poem in praise of motherhood on it. Hopefully you can pull this off before she notices it's gone. Velvevivu. But it causes your tree to be pretty badly unbalanced. It surely will auto-balance itself in a moment. And just like that, the umbrella becomes accessible in the root card. That's one of the things you love about the tree modus, the happy surprises. Head out the back door. Okay, enough is enough. Time to go! Your mom appeared. Suddenly. You don't know how she does that. You're never safe in this house. And of all things to be doing during a power outage, she's up to her ironic housewife routine again. That mop-up doesn't even have any water in it. What an absolute mad woman. Hop over the counter, landing in a roll. This bird's gotta fly. Youth roll. Oh, lousy goddamn stupid wizards. Meanwhile, in the past again. You're almost done patching up the hole in your window with the gaffer tape? But it's sort of hard to get any work done when people keep pestering you all day. You guess you better get that. Answer, chum.
Hi, Dave.
Hey, sup?
Oh, not much. Sup with you, bro?
Haha, good one. That's alright. Being chill, I guess. You know how it goes.
Aw, great. You feeling cool today, Mr. Cool Guy?
Aw, man, you know it. So cool. You know shit is ice cold in here. Shit is wicked bananas, I'm telling you.
So, have you talked to John today?
Yeah, we were just talking a while ago about how he sucks at his Sylladex. Can you believe he uses stack? That kid is ridiculous.
LOL. Well, that doesn't sound like much fun.
What was it you use again? Wait, never mind. I forgot whenever we talk about your goofy moduses, I get a migraine. What do you want with John?
I want to tell him happy birthday and ask him about his birthday packages.
Oh, yeah. I was being sort of cagey and told him to check the mail because I was wondering if mine came yet.
I think it did.
Yeah?
And I think mine came too.
So, I guess you want to know if he likes it or something?
No! He will not open it. He will lose it.
Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that, I guess.
No, it's good actually, because he will find it again later when he really needs it, which is, of course, why I sent it in the first place.
See, like, I never get how you know these things. I don't know. I just know that I know. Alright.
Anyway, I have to go. I have to feed Beck, which is always a bit of an undertaking.
Man, if I were you, I would just take that fucking devil beast out behind the woodshed and blow its head off.
Hehehe. I don't think I could if I tried.
Yeah, say hi to your granddad for me too, okay?
Yes, I guess an encounter with him is almost certain. It is usually intense.
Well, yeah, isn't it always with family? But he sounds like a total badass.
Yeah, he totally is. Anyway, gotta go.
See ya. Dave, get phone. It will be handy to have your phone, 2 + 2 + 1 + 2 + 1, 8, on standby, so you won't always have to go back to your computer whenever someone pesters you. This way you can text message 2 + 1, blah 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 blah, 8 people, no matter where you are or what outrageously cool things you're up to. So cool. Back to John. John, pursue adversary into that room. What? What the hell were we doing with John? And even meanwhile, in the present, sort of. Once again, the slippery antagonists elude you. You'll only find more of these unpleasant oily smears. Someone is pestering you. Both your PDA and computer register the message. This chum will know what to do.
Beep boop bop bop bop.
Alright, I'm out of my room now looking for my bro's game.
Oh, good. Yeah, there's no sign of Rose yet. I hope she's okay.
Well, if she comes back, I'll be ready. You better know what you're talking about, because this could get ugly. Brought my phone, and I also took my awesome katana with me in case things get too hot to handle. And they always do.
You mean that cheap piece of shit you have on your wall?
F you. It's sharp, and it's awesome, and it's a sword. End of story.
Okay, I don't really care. I'm in my room again. I really think there's someone in my house. Like monsters or something.
Howie? I wish. Dude, monsters aren't real. That's stupid kid stuff for stupid babies.
Maybe. Yeah, you're right.
What are you, an idiot? Of course there are monsters in your house. You're in some weird evil monster dimension. Come on. Skepticism is the crutch of cinematic troglodytes. Like your mom... Like, hey mom, dad, there's a dinosaur or ghost or whatever in my room. Yeah, right, Junior, go back to bed. Fuck you, mom and dad. How many times are we gonna watch this trope unfold it? It wasn't goddamn funny the first time when I saw it. Just once I'd like to see dad crap his pants when a kid said, there's a vampire in the closet. Oh shit, everyone in the minivan! Be fucking dad of the year right there.
Okay, stop. What do I do?
Oh, what do you have, a hammer? Man, so lame. Okay, whatever. You should look into weaponizing your Silodex. My bro is always getting on my case about it, but man, it's not as easy as it sounds. But if you're fighting monsters left and right, you don't have much choice.
Okay, I guess I can read up on data structures and some more. How's it going there?
I'm out of the living room. He's usually here, but I don't see him. Might be playing his mind games. He's always pulling this ninja shit. All I see is little Cal over there, so I guess he can't be far. Haha. Oh, God. So lame. What?
See, I just don't know why you think it's cool. His ventriloquist rapping thing.
Oh, Lil Cal? No, man. Lil Cal's the shit.
That's fine. You're entitled to your own opinion. I'm just saying that being a white guy who's a rapper with a ventriloquist doll is not cool by any stretch of the imagination, or by any definition of word cool, ironic or otherwise. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, bullshit. Cal is dope. Puppets are awesome. John Egbert flows. The end.
Yeah, more like the opposite of all those things is the thing that is true. I'm going to read. Good luck with your bro.
Read your book. Stay wary of these foes. Monsters. Only bleep babies who poop in their diapers believe in that stuff. There's a little monster right there, though. Wait, we gotta sound Rose and youth roll right out the front door. Oh shit. Our mommy's in the way. Aggrieve. Get her ass! Yo! Aggress. Passive. Aggress. Empty suicide threat. A pink pony. A beautiful pony. Let's abstain. What did she do? That's good. Little fight with your mummy. It looks like your mom has satisfied her strife quota for the day. She simply returns to her housework. No point in going out the front door anymore. Might as well head out the back like you originally planned. First, be the pony. Second, trample mom. You can't be this stupid pony, and frankly you can't imagine why anyone would want to. But you give the pony a begrudging pat on the snout anyway. Her name is Maplehoof. John, turn around! What? Oh, he's reading Data Structures for Assholes, Chapter 7. God damn it, why do I even bother? The good news, finally your revolting incompetence can be put to use. Instead of accidentally firing a Silodex full of steak knives into a priceless oil painting, or your beloved great aunt, you can turn that fumbling fury towards one of your foes. Such is the ability to grasp painfully simple concepts. The bad news, I'm tired of explaining myself hoarse to you gibbering fuckwads. In this chapter, I will be planning it... In this chapter, I will be phoning it in with the liberal use of diagrams and shitty clip art. What are you gonna do about it? You're gonna wiggle in your own vicious secretions like the words you are? That's what. Here, learn something for a change. Globe. Brick, 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 brick. Globe. Brick, 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 brick. Brick eject. Enemy. Asshole notes. Purse your lips together to form a stiff pucker. Apply them firmly to my rear end. I now pronounce you man and wife. Now get in the kitchen and make my ass some dinner, bitch. You are trying to read, okay? This book is already unpleasant enough as it is without the weird voices in your head nagging you to do things. Besides, I thought we already agreed there's no such thing as monsters. Exclamation point. Fine, you'll interrupt your reading and turn around, but you don't see what could possibly be, so... Oh my god, it's a monster! Enter in exclamation points. Don't move or the bunny gets it. Oh, get his ass. Put the bunny back in the box! John fucking failed. John failed. John could not do it though. Stupid baby. Rose exit. You leave through the back door. Nearby is the transformer which distributes electricity from the underground generator powered by the river flowing underneath your house. The transformer was struck by lightning though, and no longer works. You wonder if your mother has any plans to have it fixed. You guess she'd rather just play her mind games in a dark house like a weirdo. You can see the mausoleum and the portable generator across your backyard. You're almost there. Rose, use umbrella. Yep, everything fell out. You regather your items and begin the soggy trek. Mausoleum word. Sound. John, get up. This is no time for slumber. Oh. Our hammer broke, though. Was to walk, spacebar to attack. Okay. Get him! Oh. Did we lose? Did we? I think we lost. Rose, forget the W and make haste to the mausoleum. Retrieving the W never even crossed your mind. It's just a stupid magnet. John, salvage your weapon and fight on! Yes, of course. We're just gonna keep picking shit up. He's blocking. Oh! Oh shit. Sweet catch! Wow. Look, we got it all. We beat his ass. 20? Oh wow. We can do a lot. You said? Put the bunny back in the box! Oh. Now, why couldn't you put the bunny back in the box? Now exult, victory, spoils are yours! Oh wow, we're a plucky tot now. The etcher green tyke. Oh, we got so much bonus. The amazing victory allows you to scale the first two achievement rungs of your etcher. You are now a plucky tot with a new feather in your cap to show for it. The etcher rewards your bold ascent with 125 boon dollars. You waste little time in storing them in your ceramic pork hollow. Just call it a fucking pay bag. Additionally, climbing the rungs has boosted your gel viscosity and cash limit. Gel. Okay. By expanding your cash limit, you made room for all that nice grist you just collected. You now have 32 fragments of build grist and 10 fragments of shale. Cool. What about that card? It seems the shale imp had allocated the bunny to its strife specialist. Sort of a stupid thing to use for a weapon, but you might as well grab it and stick the bunny in your strife deck while you're at it. It will at the very least, be safer there. Okay. Portfolio. You grip the two specified in your strife portfolio. No self-respecting strifer would be caught dead without one. But my hammer's broke, so now it's just handle kind. Gather the scattered bits of your large hammer. Oddly enough, it seems breaking the sledgehammer altered the abstratus from hammer kind to handle kind, even going as far as expelling the head of your smaller hammers from your deck to force compliance. You didn't even notice in the heat of the battle. You grab the sledgehammer handle, expelling the useless Harlequin figure. Now repair the hammer. You merge the sledgehammer head with its handle and return it to your strife deck, repairing the hammer kind abstratus in the process. The smaller hammer handle is ejected from the deck, since of course handles of any sort no longer belong in there, obviously. Fine, now what? Dave is pestering you, but you don't have time to deal with his nonsense right now. Something is amiss in your room, you can't quite put a finger on it. Rose, hurry and activate the generator! You fire up the generator and drag a cord into the mausoleum. It of course would be foolish to run the generator inside a confined space. Generator safety is everyone's business. Defile the tomb. Sorry, Jaspers, have to make space for the laptop. Besides, your final resting place is already a mockery. You should have decomposed years ago under a bed of petunias like a normal cat, not given to a taxidermist and fitted with a tiny custom-tailored suit and then stuffed into a coffin built for infants. Plug in your laptop. You plug in your laptop and connect to the internet signal again. Everything predictably falls out of your Silodex, but you're not about to get bent about... Everything predictably falls out of your Silodex, but you're not about to get bent out of shape about it. You have bigger fish to fry. Looks like Dave noticed you're back online. He pesters you like clockwork. And there's John. What on earth is he up to now? The door, John. Look at the door. You're right. Didn't Rose yank the door off its hinges and prop it on your bed? Something or someone has put it back and left it slightly ajar. Incredibly alarming. Investigate. Hoo. Aw, we lost fun points for falling for a prank. What? This is so outrageous! Nana Quinn! Hi, Nana. She's got more fun clout than you. Buckethead. And it's Pester John. Oh, there you are. John said your house was burning down. Are you on fire yet or what? No, for now I've retired to the safety of a smaller building which is much closer to the forest fire threatening my residence. Oh, well that's a relief. John told me to get the game to help you get out of there, so I'm working on it now. Working on it? Yeah, my bro's copy. Long story. Hey, don't tell John this, but I think he might have been right about the puppets. They're sort of starting to freak me out a little. You're referring to your brother's collection? I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's cool and all, the semi-ironic puppet thing or whatever, or semi-ironic. Man, I don't even know. I'm just starting to think some of this shit's going a little too far and it's kind of fucked up. I've seen his websites. I like them. Ha! Well, yeah, you would. Oh man, I wish little cow wouldn't look at me like that, with those dead eyes. Jesus, sometimes I dream that he's real and he's talking to me and I wake up in a cold sweat and basically flip the fuck out. Interesting. Oh god, why did I tell you my dream? You're gonna have a field day with that. I'm currently scrawling notes furiously into one of my many psychoanalysis journals I maintain for you, published papers forthcoming. Because, you know, it's not like either of us have anything better to do at the moment than to evaluate each other's radically debilitating pathologies. Yeah, I'm gonna get moving. Oh, have you heard from John? He's not answering me. He won't answer me either, but I'm watching him. I suspect he is preoccupied with the fact that he just had a bucket of water dumped on his head by the ghost of his dead grandmother, who also happens to be dressed like a clown. Okay, I'm out. Later. Interrogate this mad woman.
Nana?
Yes, dear!
Oh, wow, you scared the living daylights out of me.
Ho, ho, ho!
Well, I guess it was a really great prank. Good one, Nana. Anyway, are you really my dead Nana?
Of course, John. I have come back to help you on your journey through the medium and beyond. I am delighted to see what a fine young man you have turned out to be, just like your father.
Just like your father. Okay, I guess I will take your word for it. I don't remember you at all. My dad said I was really young when you died. Hey, speaking of which, do you know where he is? I looked everywhere for him.
Your father was kidnapped.
Oh no!
When you crossed over to the medium, he was apprehended by the very forces of darkness which your presence here has awakened.
What? Oh, okay, so, what is the medium you're talking about?
It is where we are now, a realm that is a ring of pure void, dividing light and darkness. It turns in the thick of the insipisphere, a place untouched by the flow of time in your universe.
You mean because we're inside a computer? Or in the game software or something?
A computer? Why, what is that, dear? Some new-fangled contraption, like the horseless Autobox car?
Well, it's like this machine that,
Ho, 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 of course I know what a computer is. I was just pulling your leg. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, okay.
No, John, you are not inside a computer or software or anything like that. Try not to be so linear, dear. The software that brought you here was merely a mechanism that served as a gateway. Its routines, in a way, serve to invoke this realm's instance, yet it stands independently of any physical machine and somewhat paradoxically always has.
I'm not sure I get it, but alright. So what do I actually need to be doing here?
I think it would be best if we started with the big picture. Sound. Go on. Above the medium, beyond the seven gates, residing at the core of the insipisphere is a place known as Skaya. Legend holds that Skaya exists at a dormant crucible of unlimited creative potential. What does this mean, you ask? I'm afraid my lips are sealed about that, dear. Hoo-hoo! But needless to say, where the realm of such profound importance is concerned, forces of light will forever be charged with its defense, while forces of darkness will just as persistently covet its destruction.
Skaya.
Skaya. And as it so happens, at the center of this realm, whose fate is in question, these very forces duel on a stage, stuck in eternal stalemate. Yes, they have dueled in this manner forever. That is, until you showed up.
Me?
John.
Me?
Yes, you, John. Before your mishap with my ashes, you may recall the sprite's previous... pictures. The sprite's previous incarnation, which resulted from its kernel's hatching. You see, this hatching occurs automatically in response to your arrival. The result is a pair of kernels. One dark, one light. Each carrying the information they were prototyped with before the hatch. One goes down to a kingdom entrenched in darkness, the other up to a kingdom basking in light. Each comes to rest in an orb atop a spire, of which there are three others in kind. The four spires are situated above a throne, and those two thrones preside over the two respective sovereign powers. And once the kernels are situated, that is when the game is afoot. The true war begins, light versus dark, good versus evil. This is a war that the forces of light are always destined to lose without exception. A quest of futility, then.
Wow, really? Then what's the point?
That remains for you to find out, dear. For you see, the journey you are about to take is the ultimate riddle.
Whoa!
For now, your objective is to proceed towards Skaya and pass through the first gate situated directly above your house. Not even terribly far. The gates will become progressively more difficult to reach, so you'd better be prepared to sharpen your adventuring skills. How am I supposed to get up there? You build! Let's get to building. Yes!
Oh, I think I get it now. Okay, I guess the battle against good and evil is sort of irrelevant? Well, I don't know. All that sounds kind of weird. But in any case, we build the house to get to the gates, and then I can save my dad. Yes, John? And after that, we solve the ultimate riddle thing and save the Earth from destruction. Oh, no, I'm afraid not.
What? Your planet is done for, dear. There's nothing you can do about that. Oh. Your purpose is so much more important than saving that silly old planet, though. And that is? Yes, I will have to agree with the float hag about that. Oh, where'd she go? John, you are such a good boy. I know you will succeed.
Thanks, Nana.
You're a good boy, and good boys deserve treats.
Hooray!
I'm going to bake you some cookies. She sludged on his wall. The hag mentioned cookies. Pursue her. Oh, God damn it. That's just what you need. More baked goods. John, you do not say no to cookies. I command you to get them. You totally abjure the hell out of that idea. You're so busy abjuring you don't even notice Rose has been trying to pester you this whole time. Rose hit John in the head with the box to get his attention. You give John a swift drubbing in the noggin, but he is undeterred. That is some fit he is throwing. Perhaps you would take the spare moment to contemplate the Nana Sprite's strange tale. It might also behoove you to record your thoughts on these dim elements in your GameFAQ walkthrough journal. It can be hard finding time to update it. In fact, you're not even sure where you found the time to write that what's already there. Oh, is that so, Jaspers? And just what do you think you're looking at with that smug grin? The last thing you need is sass from a dead cat. It's pretty much all his fault you're in this mess in the first place, so he can just button it. John, cookies now! You refuse outright. This impudence is insufferable. Go get the cookies. Well, when you put it so politely, how can John decline? John, you are stupid. You really need to work on your manners. Stupid, stupid, dumb. That is not a command. It's nothing. It's stupid. You're stupid. For the last time, I command you to get the cookies, boy. It's just not going to happen, buddy. Years in the future. Caps lock was on. But really not enough to write home about. An agitated finger slips mid-keystroke. Huh? Stuff just poured out. Ah, panic. Beans, mustard, human etiquette. Okay. Oh, the FAQ. Oh my god. Oh my god, there's so much. B100, the long and short, the medium too. I may have been a bit hasty in advising you not to bother with the prototyping process. If I spared any detail, it was only to optimize your chances of survival. And if you found yourself begrudging the absence of certain instructions, which if followed would have resulted in your demise, then I guess that makes two of us. Otherwise, you're welcome. But the fact appears that the prototyping the kernel sprite before making your gateway may offer the only opportunity to exercise control over your new environment, a place known as the medium. Also, if prototyped with one or two sufficiently, albeit loosely, humanoid and or sentient elements, living or otherwise, it offers the chance to have all this explained to you by an apparitional guide through whatever sort of cryptic, sketchy, doublespeak your choice of prototyping elements engenders. In lieu of this, you may be forced to settle for my clear, thorough explanations and assiduous dissection of raw data. Again, don't mention it. If you made it to the medium with an unmolested vanilla sprite, well, I've already covered the bad news about this missed opportunity, and I will go into this further soon. Though, to what extent this actually is bad news, I'm not sure. I know only the result of my co-player's current configuration, wherein the sprite was prototyped once before the departure and once after, which brings us to the good news, which is that you can still prototype after your departure and salvage the massively rewarding experience of haggling with an exposition-slinging phantom guide, so long as you avoid prototyping with terribly inert items, such as a brass door knocker and your father's pornography collection. Actually, that might be interesting. If you're struck by the spirit of such experimentation, please don't hesitate to contact me about it. So yes, you can enhance your sprite in this way, but doing so after your departure will no longer induce its effect on the medium I alluded to. That can only be accomplished with one or more pre-departure prototypings. In fact, we can extrapolate there are only so many ways to prototype a sprite. Tiers of prototyping in relation to departure. Both before, or one after. Both after, only one, either before or after. None. These occurrings before will affect the medium through the kernel's hatching process and your guide, i.e. the sprite. Those occurring after will only affect the sprite. The effects this process has on the medium, or more globally, the inciposphere, are still vague to me. They have to do with the flavoring the forces you will struggle against, and generally all forces at odds with each other in this realm. It has given me some insight into the nature of the game, which again I derive through extrapolation. We appear to be engaging an instance of dimension with a highly flexible set parameters, and a series of objects surrounding an equally flexible mythological framework. This framework seems to begin as a sort of blank template and evolves with players' actions, and likely further evolves with the addition of more host-client connections, and thus more prototyped kernels. I regret to say I can't be more specific than that without loosely extrapolating further. There are plenty of questions that have occurred to me, however, questions concerning the kernel sprite which I've raised implicitly already, such as what is the effect of an unprototyped kernel on the medium, or a doubly prototyped kernel, for that matter, and even more salient are questions about this dimension itself. Do all players worldwide make it to this dimension if they successfully complete their departure, or is it a unique blank instance of the dimension created for each new player? I have no evidence, but instinct tells me it is closer to the latter situation. There is no indication of any other players present in this realm. Alterations in the realm seem singularly centered on the actions of my co-player and myself. If I have to stake anything on it, I would guess every separate client-server pair activates its own fresh copy of an incipsphere, or a unique session, if you will. But the quantity of players is a further complication which invites more questions. It seems the game was designed to suit two players most naturally, the server and the client, but through mishap my co-player and I have slipped out of the obvious tandem arrangement, and the only logical course of action to continue playing is to string a daisy chain of server-client connections together until presumably the chain is complete. Theoretically, we can complete this chain with only one other player, functioning as the server to my client and the client to my current co-player's server, assuming he can recover it. The strange thing is, though, in our instance of the dimension, there are 4 receptacles for divided kernels, not 3. Does this mean we are destined to have a 4-player chain? How could the game know such a thing? Perhaps it does, and this proves to be the case. I trust I will be sufficiently numbed to the realization. And then crossed out is, I can consider nothing about this game surprising at this point, and in fact from the first moments of play, it managed to deviate so far from my expectations that I completely forgot what my original purpose with it was. I had chances to test some information I obtained on good authority during my prototyping phases, but it completely slipped my mind. Instead, the game's catacombs securing the dark twisting paths to necromancy were blundered into rather on accident. But perhaps you don't need to know any of this. She's not finished with it yet. Geez, cut her some slack. Maybe you could go bug someone else for a while, or at the very least, someone else? Months in the past, but not many. This is Rose's house? And it's snowing. She's texting Jade.
Hi, happy birthday, Rose. Hello, and thanks. Did you get John's present yet?
I just opened it at this very moment. What a stunning coincidence you would ask me about it. I'm stunned.
Yeah, I know. What will you make with it?
And who said it was something from which something else could be made?
Well, John did tell me what it was, duh.
I suppose I'll take a stab at learning the craft. It's the least I can do in response for the subtle dig concealed in his gesture. He often tells me I need a new hobby when I make it perfectly reasonable, analytical remarks.
Oh, but Rose, I don't think he meant anything like that by it. You see, not everybody always means the opposite of what they say.
The way you and Dave always do. Maybe. His birthday is in a few months, isn't it?
Yep. I finally finished a present for him. I've been working on it for years.
Years? It's so hard to tell when you're joking, or if you're even capable of it.
Hee hee hee.
I just mailed it too, so it's sure to get there on time. Mail takes a while to get anywhere from here. I'll probably craft something with strong sentimental value. That should burn him.
I don't think you really mean that.
I guess not. So, shall I expect a green package dropped to my house via airmail from whatever screwball cranny of the globe you're tucked into?
No. Sorry, but you're sort of hard to shop for. Besides, I have something for you today that I think you will like better than something in a box.
Oh?
It is a tip.
This is already intriguing enough to compensate for the grave scarcity of lavish gifts parachuting from the sky. Please go on.
Did you have a pet a long time ago that died?
Yes.
Okay, well, how did you feel about your cat? Did you love him a lot?
Okay, well, I didn't mention it was a cat. Or that it was a male. Let's pretend I'm surprised and you're embarrassed and move on. To answer your question, it would describe my feelings towards the animal as lukewarm.
Okay. That's fine. It doesn't really matter, I think. Just, what if someone told you could play a game that would bring him back to life?
If someone told me that, I would regard the remark with a great deal of skepticism. If that someone was you, on the other hand, then I would have to ask preemptively, is that someone you?
Yes, that someone is me. I just thought you might find it interesting.
So what is this game?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying is all. I think you'll hear about it later, and maybe you can talk to John and Dave about it. They are way more into all that stuff than I am.
I'll see what the word is on the street about it, in due time. For now, I should probably order a copy of Knitting for Assholes. It would be a shame if I ran late with John's present. Dave, get katana. You captchalogue your katana 9 and prepare to venture out into the apartment to retrieve your bro's copy of the game. But first maybe, just maybe, retrieve dead bird. Dude, that bird is long gone. It probably won't last long in this heat anyway. You don't even know what's up with this sick heat. The sun threatens to set but won't step off. It's staring you down like the big red eye of a hot needle skipping on a groove it's tracing round the earth. While lingering in midair, its heat seems to suspend time itself, stretching it like warped vinyl. It's meant to rain this season, but there ain't been a drop in sight. Even a little drizzle would help. Might help to fizzle the sizzle a little bizzle, set the record straight on this global turn tizzle. So don't change the dizzle, turn it up a little. I got a living room full of fine dime brizzles. Waiting on the pizzle, a dizzle, and a shizzle. G's to the bizac, now ladies, here we gizzo. When the pimp's in the crib, man, drop it like a toy, drop it like a toy. English romantic poet. Yeah, right. Dave, exit your room and go to the living room. Sorry, little dude, coming through. Gotta put you down for a bit. You figure you left him hanging long enough. Hastily enter the room with a wild abandon. You barge in and see a familiar face. A friendly face. You stand in the living room. Your bro spends most of his days in here. At night, he crashes on the futon over there. You don't see him anywhere, though. There's the puppet chest he stores little Cal in when he takes him out on gigs. But when he's home, he usually leaves Cal on display somewhere. And with good reason, because Cal is totally sweet. So sweet. Man. Pity da fool. It's your brother's Mr. T puppet, which of course is kept in the apartment with a sense of profound humorous irony. But as usual with your bro's exploits, this is no ordinary irony, or anything close to a pedestrian Tier 1 ironic gesture, which is a meager single step removed from sincerity. This is like 10 levels of irony removed from the original joke. It might have been funny like 8 years ago to joke about Mr. T and how he was sort of lame, but that was the very thing that made him awesome and badass. and that is his awesomeness was also sort of the joke. But in any case, the joke is the joke, and that degree of irony itself is also the joke, and so on. Only highly adept satirical ninjas like you and your bro can appreciate stuff like this. It's cool taking stuff that other people think is funny, but, really isn't, and making it funny again by adding subtle strata of irony which are utterly undetectable to the untrained eye. Also for good measure, Mr. T is wearing a leather thong and handcuffed to a pantsless Chuck Norris puppet. God, you hope you can be as good as your bro. At this someday, you'd never tell him that though. Find little Cal and give fist bumps. Cal's nowhere in sight. All you see is a bunch of your bro's weird nude puppets strewn about haphazardly. You guess these things are kind of cool? Sort of? Play a game on the Xbox. It looks like your bro is playing, and it's not like him to leave in the middle of a totally intense gaming. Not like him to misplace Cal, either. Man, you hope the little guy's alright. Oh, there you are, dude. Didn't see you there. We be chill today, Cal. Yeah, you better fucking believe we be chill. Cal is the man. Resist the urge to play bro's Xbox. You fail to resist the urge. You start thrashing up stunts, something uncanny brutal on your quest for mad snacks, yo. And get this way rude hunger under control. Shit is basically flying off the hook. It's like that shit wants nothing to do with that hook. The hook is dead to that shit. But you get stuck in some poorly modeled 3D fixture or something, like a raising or a piece of the wall. You have to reset. Fuck this shit. Give little Cal a bro fist bump. Oh man, you almost forgot. Gotta give the C-Man some props. Check out your bro's sweet gear. Your bro has so much sweet gear it's hard to keep up with it all. Here's his computer setup. He's usually got a lot of stuff cooking on here at any given moment. Since he's not around, you might as well sneak a peek. And we got the Hustlin' Fuzz and some other weird shit. Look at your brother's computer. Your bro's computer is password protected, of course, to protect all the incredible top secret shit he's got on the burners. Of course you know what the password is, and he knows you know it, and you're both cool with it because the password is the most awesome thing it can be. You enter the password. On the desktop is a hodgepodge of unnamed folders to store all the other stuff he's working on. No one can decipher his organization system but him. He also tends to use the application Complete Bullshit to keep up with his ludicrous amounts of websites and new feeds he monitors to stay hip to the scene. He's got Delirious, Biz Nasty, new folder, new folder, new folder, new folder, new folder. I don't know what the password is. Maybe Lil Cal. It's 6 letters long. Open Complete Bullshit. This is Complete Bullshit. Check if Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff has a sweet update. Your bro keeps up with your projects in his aggregator, just like you keep up with his. He's tuned into your various blogs and, of course, Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. You navigate to the latest comic in one of the many bullshit feed bands. And at the time, the latest comic was, "Bro, I got a ticket for the big game. It's sports. Dog, I am so jealous. You know, I love the big game. Oh, yeah." And there he goes. The big man has the rock. He's driving so hard through the paint downtown. Alley-oop, alley-oop, alley-oop for the damn slam dunk. I told you, bro. Sweet. Dave, mouse over the orange stripe containing plush rump. Puppets, 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 puppet gam, live puppet chat. Bet there's a lot to give to that ass. Bounce a corn off it, it's not going anywhere. Yeah, I bet that corn will take a good nap there. Hashtag plush rump. Another one of your bro's many ironic websites. The difference here is he rakes in thousands of dollars a month through this enterprise. Schmuppets are a multi-billion-dollar a year enterprise, and it's awfully hard to resist taking a firm squeeze from the plump udder of that cash cow. Stop wasting time and look for Bro's beta. You guess you've messed around on his computer long enough. Better get a move on before it's too late for Rose, or worse yet, your bro catches you. But, my god, the rumps. They're transfixing. You know this is ironic and all, and your bro reaches echelons of irony you can only dream of daring to fathom, but on rare occasions, when your guard is down, it all seems just a tad unsettling to you. The slow look over. Oh. Hey. Hey there, Cal. Give little Cal a nervous fist bump. You're sort of starting to flip the fuck out. Which, without losing your cool, of course. Yep. There's a lot going on here. Pester John to ease your nerves. You get Egbert on the line again to give him the lowdown on your progress. You feel it's important to keep the wires hot. But he's not answering. You don't know what the guy is up to. There he is. Hey, what is up? What happened with the monster that's totally definitely in your room? Did you kill it? Where are you, man? Anyway, things are cool here. Totally cool. Puppets are still awesome. No problem with it or anything. Like, just really, really awesome. Looks like Rose is finally logged in again. Didn't John say your house was burning down? You wonder if she's on fire yet or what? Pester Rose. Oh, there you are. John said your house was burning down. Are you on fire yet or what? And that already happened. That already happened. Same conversation. Seconds in the future, but not many. Oh, yeah, we're hitting him with the box. John, what are you doing? Snap out of it. We ought to discuss what your grandmother told you, don't you think? Ugh, fine. Enjoy your stupor. I'll go about my business elsewhere. Let's deploy the punch Designix. Why are we moving the piano? Oh, for a cooler looking piano. John, whenever you read this, you should know I put the shale you collected to use and finally deployed the punch Designix. It is in your study. I can only drop it though. You'll have to be the one to mess around with it and see what it does. When you're finished with your weird histrionics, maybe you could give it a try. I'm updating my walkthrough and it would help to know what it does. The gremlins are out there messing with all this shit. Also, I should probably warn you that your house and yard are completely infested with monsters now. Try to be careful.
So I can see. Stupid, lousy imps. They're mucking up all my cool stuff.
Oh, there you are.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm not sure what came over me there. I was acting really crazy for some reason. But my head feels like it's clearing up. I think I'm alright now.
Rebuild the claw hammer and return it to Specialist. You're getting way better at this sort of thing. They caught it. Confront Pogo Ride and prepare yourself for Nana. What? What are we doing? Thank God your sanity has returned so you can entertain extremely rational, coherent thoughts like this one. You examine the Pogo Ride from the bathroom window. You do not like what you see. Could I... I'll click that in a minute. Those sons of bitches! No one risks painful injury on the green slime ghost Pogo Ride! No one but you! Oh shit. What am I doing? Oh, controls. Oh no. I didn't read the controls. I gotta restart. Oops. Yeah. Click Giddy Up and use the arrow keys to operate the Pogo Ride. Go for insane combos. Okay. The arrow keys? Oh shit. I'm doing so good. Yes! I'm pressing really hard. Yeah, I want to submit. Fungus. Fungus. I'll do it again. I like the text. Oh no, he did it! Shit! What? Ugh, I'm really mashing him. Ah, yeah. Fungus. Alright, drop something heavy on one of those imps. Oh shit! We crushed him! He looks less... Huh. No! John! Rose, my piano! Sorry, no nuance to these controls at all. I was hoping to bludgeon the imp without letting go of it. Guess I can't really do that. A broken piano isn't the end of the world, though. I guess you're right. You'll need to pick up the spoils in person. I can't interact with the grist. So, that means I have to go out the back door? Yes. Is there a problem? Well, it may sound dumb, but I was hoping to avoid my Nana and her spooky ghost cookies. You're right, that does sound dumb. Can you see her in the kitchen? Yeah. What's she doing? Is she baking? You could say that. Are you sure you can't get that grist up to me somehow? Maybe. Use the pogo ride to fling the grist through the window. Doesn't look like the grist is going anywhere. You just never know with these gaming abstractions. Oh, I pulled it. Drop pogo ride in John's bathroom. Get grist. 4 and 20. Yeah. There you go. Now, why don't you check out the design next? You can do that while I get to work. On what? Level up for slaying the imp. Piano. The piano in its valiant effort was unfortunately been slain. But if it hadn't, you would have raked in so many boon dollars. You have no idea. So many! It's time to build. Right, where are we building? Stairs? Okay, okay. Alright. Oh, there's an imp on the roof. Oh, there's so many imps. Wow. Nana said to build, so that's what I'm doing. Oh, yeah, okay. But this sure is gonna take a lot of grist. Looks like you're gonna be busy, John. Blarg! Well, what are you building? Stairs. They're fairly expensive, actually. Oh man, I could have warned you about stairs, Rose! She's chuckling. What? Some guy just jumped off. Oh, she deleted it. No! I'll try recouping some of the grist from the catwalk I built earlier. It keeps happening! Good, looks like I can get a refund for earlier allocations. I told you, Rose, I told you about stairs! Okay, consider me fully briefed on the matter of stairs. Now, if you don't mind, it's hard enough to concentrate on this without immersing ourselves in Strider's non sequitur. Did you know he thinks puppets are cool? Does he? He's so dumb! Use build grist to construct observation tower on roof. Why? Why? He totally could have just climbed the roof. Okay, you obviously don't have enough grist yet for something that ambitious, but you can get started with something of a foundation for upward construction at least. Check cabinets for imps or useful items. No imps in here, just a lot of shaving cream. Dad loves shaving. It's basically all they do. Oh, dads love shaving. It's basically all they do when they're not baking, that is. Bring 2 cans of shaving cream. Why? Why? You capture the 2 cans of shaving cream just in case. You never know when you'll need to bust out a hilarious shaving cream Santa beard to ratchet up your prankster's gambit. Your telescope goes flying out the window. Ride pogo ride. It's a little cramped in here for any sort of proper reckless pogoing. You'll just grab it and hang on to it until the right moment presents itself. The towel floats back down to the rack. The circle of stupidity is complete. Check up on Nana Quinn, see what's cooking. Oh wow. This is too many. The imp's gonna take a cookie. Nana blasted his ass. Oh, thanks, Nana. Make your way to the study. Wow. It looks like the imps have taken a shining to the Crooksshooter. Crooksite and Black Goo everywhere. Ride Slimer Pogo and one-up that imp. Well, okay, it's not a Slimer Pogo, but you mount it anyway and brandish your deadly armaments. Ride your steed to victory. Oh, we're killing him. Let's go, John. This is incredibly dangerous. Flip the fuck out. Let's see how they like a little double barrel lather blaster. Whoops, oh shit. Oh, fuck. Mr. John respectfully asks that you please stand up. Don't move or the pogo gets it! Now, sir boy, flee from this boorish rabble. Post haste. Oh, we're gonna do a backflip. Yes! Oh, where'd we go? Into the study? We knocked his head off. Crushed it! Oh, and blocked the entrance. Refrigerator level up for slaying the imp. The refrigerator skyrockets up the ladder to a new rung, 5-star General Electric, and earns 285 boon dollars. Things are really looking up for this feisty appliance. Yes! Well done, John. Polite congratulations. For some reason, you feel a sense of positive reinforcement. Wherever that feeling is coming from, it sure is a welcome change from your erratic moods earlier. Now, my civil fellow, I have a well-mannered query to ask. Huh? I blocked the entrance to the study to give you some space to work with the Design X. John, imp's behind you. Should I take care of it? You trapped your PDA again, didn't you? Why do you have to pick up all that stupid shaving cream? So pointless. Drop something heavy on one of those imps. Oh. Well, that's a bit far. But it broke open the safe. John, might I bother you for a can opener? Oblivious to the commotion behind you, suddenly you find yourself pondering the whereabouts of a can opener. You think there is probably one in the kitchen, but the path is blocked by your refrigerator. John is completely unresponsive. What the hell is that nincompoop doing? Years in the future. But let's not get totally carried away here. A studious eye darts about a page like a honeybee gathering the nectar of wisdom. Please, thank you. You are welcome. Good day. How do you do? Splendid, and you? Gratification, further courtesy, favor is mutually agreed. Oh. 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 What? Oh. Elixir is known as tea. Everyone is polite. So now he's being polite. Okay. But he's eating them. It's Kinda dumb. Oh shit. What? We got pictures? I can click on them. Okay. I can't take as many as I'd like to for comprehensive documentation. For what it's worth, here's what I managed to collect so far. More captures forthcoming. I got a sprite. Co-player John assesses environment after transportation to medium, followed by sprite, sans kernel, prototyped once pre-hatch, completely useless in this form. Severed from suburban grid, house remains mysteriously powered, convenience presumably facilitated in-game, which perhaps deems navigating a powerless house to be a handicap, less in keeping with spirit of game's principal statement of challenge. Internet connection remains stable as well, will likely remain stable until the internet itself is compromised by some external threat. Something like, let's say hackers? Kill monsters, get grist, build onto the house. That's the game. Didn't know what the point of the game was at the time. Floundering trial of an error on exhibit. Unsuccessful attempt at Tier 2 prototyping. Knowing what I know now, I might have avoided using a back-breaking Vade mechum for practical jokester's rife with an antiquated lexicon and racist aphorisms. Either that or I might have tried harder to succeed. Final screen capture before I lost my internet signal for a time. I don't know what happened thereafter, but when I returned the car was nowhere to be found and the driveway plateaued in a state of disrepair. The mysteries, will they ever cease? Sprite prototyped once more with the grandmother's remains. She treats John to some helpful exposition in a friendly grandmaternal manner. Co-player has displayed inexplicably capricious behavior since arrival. Stress-related? Contracted virus? Indigenous to realm? It should be noted he was kind of a weird guy anyway. Designix deployed. Still no clue what this does. At mercy of co-player's foolish prioritization tendencies. Grist payload from a slain foe. Whether I deal the damage or co-player does, yield is same. Though I have a significant advantage in battle, taking measures into my own hand deprives John of hand-to-hand combat experience, which obstinately will become more critical later. Building the point. Building upward the point. Sharpened and directed. Ah, steeds. Steeds, what steeds? Has the whirlwind in a home in your manes? Is there a sensitive ear, alert as a flame in your every fiber, hearing the familiar song from above, all in one accord? You strain your bronze chest and hooves, barely touching the ground, turn into straight lines, cleaving the air, and all inspired by God, it rushes on. Yeah, I have no idea what the fuck he's doing here. Another one of these things? Really? Egbert family? Really? A view of his kidnapped father's room. I can't see in here for some reason. Perhaps this is because John himself has never entered the room. It is possible that I can see only in a sense what John can see or has seen already. I have not found the time to discuss this with him yet. If he enters the room, the question may answer itself. Sweet. Clicked on. Construct loft above John's room. We don't have... Oh, we got markers. What are we doing? Oh, wow. Okay. Just copy-paste the chimney. Okay. Ladders seem to be a bit cheaper than stairs. Fellow John, it appears we have reached an impasse. Yes, it seems so. The opener dilemma remains unsettled, most unfortunately. It is unfortunate, I guess. What are we talking about again? Rose is doing everything for him. But it has been a pleasure nonetheless. Thanks for the courtesy. It's not really necessary, but thanks anyway. Okay, but thank you. Please you, thank you, please you, please you, everyone, all at once, everything. Okay. Thank you so very, very much, dear favorable small primate. Okay. I shall take my leave now, John. Until next time. Wait, where did all this sweet loot come from? And why is there suddenly a crumpled hat on your head? Gather grist and examine Designix. Feeling especially economical with your behavior, suddenly you scoop up all the grist in the room and turn your attention to the Punch Designix all in one fell swoop. The device features a countertop station design with a keyboard setup, not unlike an old-fashioned computer. There's a blinking red light and a diagram etched into a panel. You flip and then you type and then you put and you flip and you put and you type and you flip. Answer Dave. Okay, wait, hold on. Why am I getting this stupid game for you? You're the one who should be wrist deep in puppet ass. What is the specific problem? The problem is I'm up to my goddamn neck in fucking puppet dong. You know I like mannequin dick. You know you like the mannequin dick. Accept it. I am enrobed in chafing, wriggling, god-fucking-damn puppet pelvis. An obscenely long, coarse Kermit cock is being dragged across my anguished face. Let's put this into perspective. You will put up with the puppet prostate because you love it. Also, coarse is a good word. You don't seem to harbor any sympathy for the fact that I burrowed fuck deep in a lively, fluffy muppet buttock. I'm whirling in the terrible cyclone at the epicenter of my own personal holocaust of twitching foam noses. It's like a fucking apocalypse of pricky proboscis here. Like the sock fucking proboscalypse. Oh my god. I guess. Are you going to start rapping about this? What? No, listen. Prong of flesh. Oh my god. Prong of flesh, bereft of home. Found solace twixt a cleft of foam. Oh no, Jesus. Of apocalypse your thoughts eclipse a painted pair of parted lips that dare through kiss to stir the air that teases tufts of orange hair, and through faces flush in lovers' fits, hands snug in plush as gloves befit. Okay, Dickinson, if you can shut your perfumey trap for half a second. This is serious. I'm just saying, if I see one more soft bulbous bottom being like kind of jutting out and putin' or whatever, I'm gonna fly off the handle. I'm gonna do some sort of acrobatic fucking pirouette off the handle and win like a medal or some shit. Then let's hope there will be a squishy derriere somewhere below the handle to break your fall. John, observe back of the first visible capture log card. You flip over the top card containing your pogo ride. Anytime you capture log something, a new code appears on the back of the card. You've always wondered what the code was for. Damn, these things are hard to read, but then you never really found any reason to decipher them. Until now, perhaps? Examine the reverse side of the hammer card in the Strife Specifus. Looks like cards in your Strife deck have codes, too. Oh. John, enter capture code as seen as on back of Pogo Ride. You enter the code DQMMJLEK into the keyboard. At least you think that's what the code is. The red light switches off. A green light begins blinking. And insert the card. Oh. Okay. Type in NZ7U N6BI. Sweet. In the interest of due diligence, you enter the other code and repeat the process with that card too. Both cards are now punched with different hole patterns. Attempt to retrieve Pogo from card. Oh, well, that should just be a simple matter of... Uh-oh. It looks like it's trapped now. You don't see how you can access the item anymore. Or store a new item in there for that matter. These cards are pretty much useless now, and the items they contain are toast. But maybe all is not lost. Recalling from your experience with the pre-punched card, you may be able to use the cards to replicate the items in question. Assuming you got the codes right, that is. Mash keys heedlessly. Not quite through with your cowboy empiricism just yet, you mash at the keyboard to generate a random code. You enter DSKJHSDK. The Design X stops you after 8 characters, which appears to be the maximum length for a code. The green light goes on, signaling its readiness for a card. You figure you might as well burn your You figure you might as well burn the shaving cream since the product is not exactly at a premium in your household. You also figure you might as well merge the two cans onto one card. You're a little sad that your dad isn't around for this. You have a feeling he would get a real kick out of the idea of duplicating more shaving cream. You punch the card with a pattern that is in no way related to the code for the item it contains. This should make for an interesting experiment. Mad science is a lot of fun. Unfortunately, you just burned another card in the process. Your deck is really dwindling now. Maybe you should have thought this through a little better. On the plus side, you just freed up your PDA, which is overflowing with the pent-up chatter of anxious pesterers. Imp in the window! Oh, imp in the window? Oh, wait. Imp in the window. Sheesh. John, answer your chums. What? Puppets. Awesome. That's really all there is to say on the matter. John, I'm about to throw a bathtub through your wall. Watch out. He turned his mood to super duper duper angry.
Wow, that was so totally unnecessary.
I made a shortcut upstairs. I thought it would be a good idea to get you up there and try the cards as soon as possible. Also, you weren't being terribly responsive.
You mean these stairs? Man, look at these shitty stairs. They're so narrow. Am I supposed to climb those?
They're perfectly navigable. I'm saving on grist for now. If you keep slaying foes, collecting grist, and expanding the cash limit, we may not need to be so economical with our resources in the future. Oh. Oh, wow.
So why didn't you just build a way up through the hole into my dad's room?
Have you ever been in there?
No.
Exactly.
Huh?
I'd rather not get sidetracked. I'm more interested in further exploring the mechanisms of the game than watching you discover what sort of outlandish harlequin decor your father keeps in his room.
Aw, come on. What's the big deal? I'll just climb up and go right through.
Will you?
Yeah, why not?
Are you saying you've never wondered what's in there? Or why it's been kept a secret from you?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Then trust me, you won't be going right on through.
Wait, are you saying there's something like troubling in there?
I don't know.
What do you mean? What do you see in there?
I can't see in there. Oh, but I don't have a very good feeling about it.
Whatever. I think I can handle a few more stupid clown paintings.
Move punch cards to John's room. And drag some Cruxite devils up to John's room. And collect the grist and examine the safe. You swoop up the bountiful supply of grist generated by your co-player's recent exploits. From now on, it will probably go without saying that you'll nab any grist lying around without making a big fuss over it. You check out the busted safe, which has made a noble sacrifice in battle. Some of your father's odds and ends have spilled out, including some old newspaper clippings and 2 rather hefty tomes. It's a fair bet that these books comprise at least half the weights of the safe. Examine Family Tome of Humor. It's another copy of Colonel Sasger's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery. This one looks really old. Perhaps an original printing. Could it be the same one involved in your grandmother's unfortunate accident on that fateful day? Dad would never speak a word about it, but maybe Nana wouldn't be so tight-lipped. You give it a cursory perusal. It appears to be similar to your reprinting, listing all the japes and chicanery you have come to know and love. You capture log it, thinking you may give it a closer look later. Examine contents of safe. The Fatherly Gent's Shaving Almanac. You take a look at the other book. You're sure Dad thought this was a scintillating read, but it looks pretty boring to you. Maybe you'll crack into it someday when you're old enough to shave. Everything in this safe was obviously very important to your father. You wonder why he kept it locked away from you. Some things about him you'll never understand. It seems he has been collecting scraps from the news over the years. These articles go back decades. Space rock knocks local burbs block off. Populace oblivious to broader significance of events, assuming there is any, which there definitely aren't. Shortly after 4 a.m. today, a downpour of meteors in a residential neighborhood became yet another instance in a pattern of recently rocky cosmological phenomena. The incident, aside from property damage and loss of life, was downplayed by authorities as not all that big a deal. Look at the piece of paper taped to the ball. Son, if you are reading this, it means you are now strong enough to lift the safe. You are now a man. As such, you are entitled to what is inside. I know you will take this responsibility seriously. I am so proud of you. Turn the card over. You guess this is the combination of the safe. This is completely useless. Examine back of capsule card on the floor. You guess these are all zeros. Or are they all capital O's? Zeros would probably make more sense for an empty card, you think? Capture the card. Oh shit. What was on that? Was that the apple tree or? Enter code in the back of the card into the design X. What? Why is it all ones now? Punch card. La la la. La la la. There's a little impy there looking at you. Wait, John, before you punch that. Oh. I was about to say, if you first took note of the code, then remove the card from the card, you could have punched the blank one. You would have only burned one card instead of two. Oh yeah, you're right! Damn it! Throw hat down in disgust. What? No. How'd he throw so far? Capture log, punch, capture log guard. Oh no. Oh, sweet catch. What? Take PDA. Yes! The 2 cards Silodex, inventory of dumbasses. John, level up. Woohoo! His feather's getting cooler. He's a pesky urchin now. Oh, he's got 5 man grit. Colonel Sasgar, level up for slaying the imp. The colonel soars to new heights on his ladder, reading the rung. 1 man julep vacuum and pockets 9,550 boon dollars. Chump change for the genteel aristocrat southern colonel. Bathtub, level up with slaying the imp. The bathtub searches heroically and surpasses the rung. Archimedes aqua cradle, proceeding directly to vaunted rung. Taft jammer. The tub makes off with a cool 490 boon dollars. The tub's basin capacity remains unaffected. Safe, level up for slaying the imp. Oh no! The safe was slain in battle. A great flaming nautical pirate carries it off to Vault Hollow. John, make your way up those stairs. Post haste. You're not sure. They look pretty precarious to you, but you've been assured the stairs are perfectly navigable. Land scramble! Oh, shit. Lousy goddamn stupid stairs. There's a big guy coming. Now we're back to Dave. Ignore locale and find the beta. You wander over to the place where your bro keeps his sweet turntable gear. Man, that setup is sweet. You feel pangs of jealousy whenever you walk by it. Really cool jealousy, though. Like that kind where instead of getting all worked up about it, you don't actually give a shit. One of your brother's rad and extremely expensive ninja swords is missing, though. You know this drill all too well. Trouble's a brewin'. Take the expensive ninja sword. What sword? Exit your bro's room. You approach the exit. There's something on the door you haven't seen before. Looks like one of your bro's ironic comics he left for you to check out. What have I done? Animal, please start breathing. Oh God, please breathe. Haha, okay, make-believe time is over. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. What will Nanny do to me if she finds out? No one can ever know. I have to hide the body. But where? Think, imagination, arg. The one time I really need you now. Hello, Ralph. Want to play a game? I want to play a game. I want to play a game. Rip! Okay, some of the stuff you know he's leaving around just to get under your skin. This is obviously another ploy in his relentless siege of one-upmanship to get your goat, the same goat you've been meaning to bleat like, ironically, but that will still have to wait for a more appropriate time. You think he knows that deep down you feel like you're still not ironic enough to get stuff like this, and this is probably some weird gauntlet he's throwing down to see if you will get it. But honestly, you'd think this material is just a little too ironic. You just don't need to see this shit right now. Go to the kitchen. No sign of bro in here either. Well, aside from the absurd quantity of awesome, dangerous stuff he leaves lying around. Transfer the katana to Strife Specibus. With an escalating sense of threat, you think it's time to shift 9, your katana 9, to your Specibus. You figure it's better to free up the card anyway, since you might need to grab some of this stuff. Set blender to mix. You guess bro stuck some fake blood capsules in that puppet. Pretty gross. What? Little camera on the jigsaw guy. You spot one of your bro's many webcams nearby, recording the incident. It seems you may have just been an unwitting accessory to some sort of grisly puppet snuff film. You're not totally sure how you feel about that. God, what? Cut his head off. So cool. Capture log, Buster sword from behind microwave. This might be the only thing in the whole apartment that's a bigger piece of shit than your own sword. You put it back behind the microwave where it belongs. Okay. Set blender to crush ice. It's just sort of bouncing around in there. You're making a bit of a mess now. Hide evidence in microwave. See, like, his hobbies are cool and all, and you guess he's got to put his shit somewhere, but what if he just wanted to heat up a burrito or something? This kitchen is pretty much useless. Alright, grab those fireworks. You capture the fireworks. 5. The sink has to offer. You just know these are going to come in handy. Why would they be in the sink if they weren't? Looks like one of them is still stuck in the garbage disposal. Capture log shurikens. You grab the shurikens. 5, and hey, careful where you're putting stuff, especially if you're looking to turn your Silodex into a power keg full of sharp things. You put the box of fireworks, 3, back into card 5, and prepare to start of... or card 3, apparently. That settles that, you guess. Take nunchaku. You take the nunchaku 3, once again grabbing without thinking again. First you capture log the box, 5. Again, well, adeptly avoiding the shuriken trap, which you yourself set only moments ago. You again round up all the fireworks. Time to regroup here. Capture log each shuriken individually. You grab each shuriken, 3, one at a time, knocking out those nunchaku. But no worries, you got a plan. Capture log nunchucks. You take the nunchucks, 6. Everything seems to be in order now. Oh, where did Kel go? It would have been badass to go with the authentic Japanese names for each weapon, but sometimes you just gotta compromise with the modus. Examine fetch modus. You flip over your fetch modus and check out the back. You're not really sure where it is you're keeping this thing. Oh well, who cares? Press eject button. Oh hell no, not after all that trouble you went through to get that stuff situated. This is potentially a very dangerous button. Change to Scrabble Points hash modus. What? Scrabble Points? Okay, first you program your modus with a Scrabble Points hash function, adding it to the list. This might be a cool function to use, but it looks like you'll just have to empty your Silodex to select it. You're just not gonna do that yet, no way. Check the box. Detect collisions. Okay. Take the skateboard. And just what is this guy so happy about? What are you looking up at there? You think if you see one more soft, bulbous bottom being kind of jutting out and impotent or whatever, you're gonna fly off the handle. Cut his nose off. Dang. You take skateboard 6. Actually, no you don't. A collision has been detected. You take the wheeled, ride. Man, your inventory's nomenclature is getting lamer by the minute. Capture log the unplugged power cord. You take the power cord 5. Wait, no, not gonna work. Think of a new word for power cord. You take the battery pack. Oh, damn it. You take the battery pack. What? You take the battery pack using the Y as a constant. Your Siladex reluctantly accepts. And what did bro take? He took the little nose piece. It's a tactic notoriously employed by the hash map noobs, but you just don't care about that now. Besides, it's not like your bros around to see. Yahoo! Look out! Search for some mad snacks, yo! Oh, it was just a little Callaghan. You can never stay mad at him. Anyway, you gotta get this way rude hunger under control. You figure you ought to scope the fridge for some grub. This hunger is so ill-mannered, it would make a room full of snooty dowagers commit mass suicide. Open their fridge. Oh god, more shitty swords. Of course you knew these were in here. You're not even sure why you looked. If you want to keep any food or beverages in this apartment, you've pretty much got no choice but to hide stuff away in your closet. Take the swords. The hell with it. You try to take the jumble of unbelievably shitty swords and brace yourself for... Well, looks like that works. 2. You capture log the jumble of unbelievably shitty swords. Use the ice maker. It's still hot around here. You dispense several cherry bombs. Wait. Who is that looking at you in the reflection? Where'd the little dude scamper off to this time? He's up there. Capture log the cherry bombs. You go for the cherry bombs unsuccessfully. After mulling it over a bit, you take the red spherical salutes. Take the blender. Blender, too, is a pretty simple word. You can already tell it's not going to work. Instead, you take the whirling blade pitcher. It's a much better name for it anyway, you think. Activate the garbage disposal. What? Stuff down Mr. Purple Guy into the garbage disposal. You're still not sure what he's so happy about or what he's looking at up there. While you're at it, you dump the contents of the blender, whirling blade pitcher, into the disposal. But you suffer an unfortunate garbage disposal head jam. What does it say? Dave? Dave Hetto? Why did that appear? Jigsaw reference. You notice something in the reflection, something above you. Look up. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I understand. Hello, Dave. It's the hatch to the crawl space above your apartment. Bro's always tucking away in there when he's bustling out his rad stealth stunts. He's so slick that dangling cord never even jostles. You just know he's being ironic with these weird mind games. There's no way anyone could be serious about aping those shitty movies. Use the turntables and cinder blocks to make a fort. It's a pretty sweet fort you just made, and you're pretty sure your brother would agree. Under different circumstances, you might be high flying over it right now. But rather than get inside and take it for a spin, you really just need to use it to get up to that hatch. Yank cord. It is time for you to face your destiny. No going back now. No, they're coming. Dave, look out! No, Dave, look out! Squish! Ooh, Dave! Yeah, there's pretty much no way there wasn't going to be a bunch of puppets in there. Okay, wait. Hold on. Why am I getting this stupid game for you? You're the one who should be wrist-deep in puppet ass. We already read this one. Read the note on the hatch. Bro, roof now. Bring cow. We're doing it, man. We're making this happen. Dave burst out of the puppet pile like the one. Sheesh. Dave, be the other guy. Oh, you are now the other guy. John, take dowels and sheets from bed and make a tent. A tent? Oh, sweet. This is so much fun. A huge waste of time, yes, but so much fun. Oh. Oh, Rose ruined our fucking fun. John, carve a totem out of the punch pogo card. You put the punch card containing the pogo ride in the slot and carve a totem from one of the Cruxite dowels. Repeat process with other cards and dowels. Sweet. Use the cards containing the code for the hammer as well as the one with the random code you punched over the shaving cream card for the hell of it. You carve the respective totems for the cards. Do the same thing with the capture log card. You make a totem for a capture log card. Pretty bare bones looking totem if you ask you. If you ask you. Collect the totems. You stow the totems in your Athenium. Sweet. Produce capture log card. The alchemitter requires 1 unit of any type of grist to produce 1 card. You decide to use shale, since it seems less generally useful than build grist as of now. You make a whole bunch of them.
Whoa, did you just make all these?
Yes.
Aw, sweet, thanks. What did you do with all the blue wobbly vase-looking things?
I brought the totems out to the alchemitter to test them. I'm taking some things into my own hands to save some time.
Okay.
To create a hammer at the expense of 2 units of build grist. You make a pogo ride too, -5, 1 shale. What? You use the totem card with the random code. You create a rocket pack with some random crap stuck inside it. Looks like a cinder block, a violin, and a flower pot. These items have rendered the device completely inoperable. Crap. You figure you might as well put this piece of junk to use. Collect the cards. Using a little strategy, first you grab Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Cavaney, then the cards, then your ejected PDA, then the book, to flush the cards into your deck. Nice going. Turn on Detect Collisions. You flip your fetch modi but find no such option. This is idiotic. Read book. Be the wise guy. What? He never really understood what Cavaney's relation to Anderson was, or why he wrote this book about him. His ambivalent attitude towards your favorite magician in these anecdotes always struck you as a little weird. And to be honest, you tend not to read much of the text in the book. You mostly like to look at the diagrams for all the cool tricks. I skimmed it. It's nothing crazy. Pause if you want to read. This too. Pause if you want to read. Oh yeah, that's right. The old hole in the ace trick. Interestingly enough, pertaining to punching holes in cards and making them disappear and stuff, your hands were never really strong enough to make this one work. All that well either. But actually, this gives you an idea. No way. You overlap 2 of the punch cards. They mask each other's hole patterns. Put both cards in the totem lathe. You carve another totem using the new combined hole pattern. Take it to the alchemitter. Oh man, looks like Rose made 1,000,000 hammers and for some reason... looks like Rose made 1,000,000 hammers for some reason. Get all this shit out of the way, you're about to make something sweet! Oh wow. You got the pogo hammer! Practice with the new weapon. Boing, 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 boing. What did you do?
I combined the cards and the lathe thing and made this. It is so sweet. Man, look at me go.
I see. That was a really good idea, John. Nice work.
Thanks. I got the idea from Harry Anderson.
Who?
You know, that show Night Court?
No.
Oh, well, the bottom line is, he's awesome. That's really all there is to say on the matter.
Attack the nearest imp to test Pogo Hammer strength.
What?
You get a vicious rhythmic bouncing combo going and easily slay the imp in one blow. You and the Pogo Rider catapulted sky high in the process. Oh wow. Pogo is gonna kill little impy. Oh. No, he just pushed this one off.
Sweet catch!
I really like this frame. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. There's a big guy. Oh, another big guy. Pester John.
Hey, that was a pretty, nice, sweet catch. Save. Oh, yeah, that. This is pretty comfy. Why don't you just, carry the bed around with me on it? Up to the gate there.
I can't interact with you directly or anything that you are touching, if it will result in moving you. See?
Oh. Lame!
The game probably regards that as kind of cheating. In a way, thieving you of your free will as an adventurer. The need to advance you by your own skill and ingenuity. The server player is just a facilitator.
Well, okay. All that scurrying around kind of wore me out. I think I'm gonna rest here for a bit. Rose, can you keep the imps at bay? Drop some stuff on them? If they sneak too close.
No, you should pick up your hammer and defend yourself.
Oh, what? Come on!
I have no idea what the hell Dave is up to, or if he's any closer to recovering the game. There's some stuff I'd like to try, in case he doesn't come through.
Alright, I'm just gonna rest my eyes here a second, though.
Sleep? Rose, check alchemy exercise. Oh, cool. Looks like a sort of index documenting all the known results for punch card alchemy combinations. This could be a convenient resource as you start to stumble on more useful card combinations. But ever since John started punching cards, you've been contemplating other ways this item manufacturing system could be put to use. In particular, if you obtain the code for any item at your disposal, you think you could theoretically send the code to John and he could make it himself. That is, if you can think of anything that would be worth sending to him. Let's capture log the Spurb server CD. You eject the disk and capture log the server CD. And message John the captcha code. Oh, god damn it. The fire, no. The generator, no. Facepalm combo times 2. John, wake up. Wake up, please, John. That is not John. What? What just happened? Oh, we're talking to Jade now.
Hey! Whoa, there you are. How is your adventure going, John?
It's okay. I'm making some progress, and Rose finally connected again, so she's helping me now.
Well, that's good.
Okay, but, I don't think I'm actually saving the world here. I don't know what I'm really accomplishing, but I guess it's not that.
Well, I think whatever it is must be pretty important. Don't lose hope, John. I think it will all turn out good for the best if you just stay positive. Just keep listening to your grandmother's advice.
Yeah, you're probably right. But, I don't think I mentioned Nana to you, did I?
Oh, I don't know. Didn't you? I don't know. Maybe you talked to Rose or Dave about it or something. Yeah, maybe that was it. They're really weird when they talk to me about you. Like, they're always trying to convince me you have some spooky powers, but I'm always like, no, she seems pretty regular girl to me. But then when I think back, maybe there are times when it seems like you know some things. Like, maybe you know more about a thing than you're telling me? I don't know. Oh, well, John, I want to explain lots of things to you. Some things that I know, I'm just waiting.
I'm waiting for what?
Oh, John, I forgot I was messaging you about that meteor that fell near my house.
Oh yeah, whatever happened with that?
Oh boy, well, it turns out I was confused about it. Really confused. See, I guess I fell asleep for a while and lost track of time. That happens.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Maybe you should, like, wear an alarm clock or something. So what was the deal with that meteor?
Well, it's hard to explain. But I know what it is now. And now I know everything's going to be okay.
So what was it? Or is this just another thing you're waiting to tell me?
Oh gosh, John, I really want to tell you all this stuff, but I can't yet. I really think you need to wake up first.
Huh?
Oh, well, okay, not literally, but... Okay, well, maybe kinda literally. Stop being so confusing. LOL. Anyway, time for you to go, John. I think you have some company.
Quickly grab the pogo hammer.
The imp is hiding.
Oh god. You stick the pogo hammer back in your striped specialist and get ready to kill some more of these pesky little... What is that?
Rose, why aren't you dropping something on that thing?
Oh no. Be the imp. You and the imp quickly abscond the fuck out of there. This is what weaker adversaries do whenever things get too hot to handle, which is frequently. Prepare for a boss battle. You stop being the imp because that was stupid, and scurry over to your magic chest that you suddenly remembered was on the roof. There are some things in here that would be good to stock up on for a major battle, but it looks like someone has plundered your chest. This is so outrageous. Oh jeez. Big stomping. You're being ambushed! There isn't much room to maneuver on this sloping roof. Maybe you should consider making your way to higher ground. Ascend to the highest point of the house. You go up here. Look down. You peek over the edge. That's the wrong edge, brah. Handcuffs? Yeah, where are the handcuffs? It already seems like a long way down to your yard, not even to speak of whatever's below. Hey, weren't your trick handcuffs dangling from that branch earlier? Damn it, why do imps gotta be making off with all your sweet gear? Turn around. Oh, crude ogre. Oh, crude ogre. You are confronted with a pair of enormous foes. This is it. You've no choice but to wage a fierce rooftop battle. This is totally gonna happen now, and could in no way conceivably be interrupted by a sudden shift in our attention. It's go time. It's time to do this thing. We're doing it, man. We're making this happen. Dave, stop being the other guy. You stop being the other guy. You're not even sure what that meant anyway. And let's ascend to the highest point of the building. Dave's music rocks. We got Cal. Oh, the sword. Yes! Get up there. This cutscene rocks. What? Buildings are falling? Psych! Oh wait! Double psycho combo! Okay. I think there's a tiny bit left to Act 2, but the psycho was kind of too awesome. I think I have to end right here and read more later, because I've already been recording for like 3 hours and I have to trim this down. And I'm not very excited to do that. So, story so far. Dave's doing okay. It looks like he needs some intervention soon. Rose is probably freaking dead. And we don't know anything about Jade, except she is super magical and seems to know what's going on in the future. John is probably fucking dead too, because Rose can't help him. So, who knows? Maybe he's self-capable. Probably not though. And this guy is the guy that was texting John for some reason. And I think that cutscene was too epic to continue. So, everyone thank Togor for holding our 2. And say goodbye to little Shroomish Army. And I will read on in the next video.